Now you're gone, where to run? I'll be standing here alone, and no one's here to hold me but you.
And it marks the song. You're not supposed to see that. I pressed the wrong button. Hello, everyone. Abyss Reset. What do I have to say about the Abyss Reset now? I'm trying to think about it. You know, I've tested a few teams. And I think I will say it's not difficult. But it depends on who you ask. So, with that said, we're opening up the Abyss Help, which I haven't seen a single redeem so far, so let me just hold on. So yeah, did you guys do your Abyss yet? I assume it's already going to be out for most people, especially EU is definitely out. NA is only like 12 hours behind, so 100% it was out probably for like a few hours now. So I'd imagine it to be, it's like, I mean, it's not too bad, right? Like, I've tested quite a few teams. Let me see if I can... I've tested a different variation here and there, and even some very funny stuff. The Geo Shroom is not as bad. I think it's a matter of having, like... Let's say you have, like, a Pyro unit on the top half, or a team that can kind of put a random Pyro character like Sheng Ling to play around the Land Rovers mechanic. And then the rest is just kind of like, whatever. In fact, the Mandragora, if your name is not Kinish, Alhaitham, or Tinari, you can basically brute force. You get, like, I think Dendro teams, is it Dendro teams? Yeah, I think aside from... No, it's really just a Mandragora. Mandragora top half just wants some Pyro, but doesn't really want any sort of Dendro. So if your name is Kinish, RIP, rest in peace, GG, he died. But on the bottom half so far, the team that works really well is Hyper Bloom or Lunar Bloom or just regular Nilo Bloom. But the thing is, you don't have to necessarily run a full Bloom team as long as you can somehow maybe the crab will have a boosted amount of resistance, so they'll probably have to do something to try to reduce the resistance. But if I recall correctly, I think his rest, if you don't play around the ward mechanic, is going to be quite annoying, so you have to run some sort of like pseudo Bloom team. Which is kind of funny because if you run the Bloom team, right, The Chamber 2 against the Geoshroom Legend, against the Battle Scarred Crab is not that bad. Like, I can consistently get like a little bit over 1 minute clear. But then when we look at the dog, my Llama Hyper Bloom almost cleared the shield, but just couldn't quite get that right amount of DPS there. So it was a little bit annoying for me. This Abyss is damn easy as usual. I mean, so far, I would say it's not that bad actually. But I think it's a matter for... I would say this Abyss is bad for only for two types of people. I would say the first is that they don't have any Dendro characters built, or they don't have any sort of like Hyper Bloom team built. And the second is Grouper is not necessarily against the Mandragora. The second one is what's the other one called? Actually, I think the first half is not that bad though. So like I don't know. Like maybe I can just jump into my own account and then we can just go meme around a little bit. I've tested quite a few teams. How many teams did I test actually? Because I don't put like a numbering system. I just kind of test anything as I go. I think I did that for a few hours and I was like, yeah, I feel like I don't need to test anymore because I think a lot of it really works. During Hyper, Nefer carry, yeah, you have Nefer, that's why. Nefer bottom half is an absolute breeze. I think my Nefer cleared... I believe my Nefer cleared the bottom half in like what? 30 seconds? 30-40 seconds with my Reliquary Nefer. Let me see if I can find the record. Nefer, yeah, like sub 30 seconds. Chamber 1 was 40 seconds because the guy took a time to spawn. Chamber 2 was the fastest at 37. Then Chamber 3 took a while because of the stupid mechanic. But to be fair, I kind of just meme a little bit. Yeah, Nefer should be a very, very fast clear for the most part. So now we're just kind of chilling. I've tested quite a few different ones. I think the funniest thing that I tested is Columbina Luna Bloom. I probably should have brought some sort of Proto Amber or Nahida or something, but like, it's just so funny, you know? Like, I think I have the materials. Do I have the materials for this? I guess I kind of do, but I also kind of don't. I have the spare Mora though, so it's not that big of a problem. But like, technically what I did, I tested Luna Bloom, Nilo Bloom, but Columbina, this is what I did. And then now Columbina looks like this. It's so fucking hilarious. Hey Chowder, welcome. You're one of the two last theater people for the redeems. Look at this. Who needs Nocturne? What is that support? What is that support weapon? Ew. What is that support weapon? We got fucking Reliquary on a Columbina here. Look at these stats. This is just like Silken, so that's the funniest part. And I believe last I tested, because I think they did buff Luna Bloom damage for the second half. I think this Columbina did like what, 150k every charge attack? So it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And then I believe the Luna Bloom from the gravity ripple, right? How many hits does it do? 5 hits. It was doing like 150k too, I think. Or was it? It might be more than that. 150 to 180k maybe. Assuming like 20 to 30k per. Why put Reliquary on your Nefer when you can put Reliquary on your Bina? Like, you know, the funny thing is my Nefer doesn't even need that. Like, my Nefer can survive on Black Marrow by herself. I can just give Reliquary to Bina and just run DPS Bina. I've been stuck playing Genshin on mobile, so I'll probably have to do an Abyss redeem, so unfortunately, even though Abyss should be easy. I mean, I think this Abyss is definitely... Surprisingly, this Abyss is not as bad as I thought. It's actually not that bad. I think there's quite a few creative things that you can do, like... I think the one thing I did was I ran Flints on the bottom half, and I put Tinari with Sacrificial Bow. And literally, Tinari doesn't even need Sacrificial Bow. Like, you can literally do skill, charge attack, burst, and then charge attack, and all those hits instantly build up the bar. Like, you don't even have to run a Bloom team. The only reason why you run the Bloom team is because you want to play around the crab, which I would argue, I think I tested Neuvillette Bloom. Let me see, what's the time for Neuvillette Bloom? Neuvillette Nilo, Neuvillette Llama... Where is it? Yeah, Neuvillette or Nilo Bloom with Llama and Nahida, and I should have brought like maybe Proto Amber or something like that. The dog did struggle a bit, but granted, if I was like a smidgen off from killing him in like some 1 minute 30 seconds, so the rest of the chambers were like 1 minute, a little bit over 1 minute. So yeah, if you have the right characters, see, that's the catch though. That is the biggest catch. If you have the right characters. I don't know how many people have that. I assume most of you guys, I mean, the ones that are already here, you guys are... I'm sure all of you have already had quite a breeze with the Abyss. But the problem is for those that don't have it, right? Because obviously the first half you don't necessarily need to run, let's say, what's the right thing? You don't have to necessarily run, actually no, you don't have to run a Pyro unit. I tried to test like some funny Skirk hyper team against the mechanized Land Rover, but the problem is, basically what I did is I ran Sacrificial Sword Kazuha, and I tried to rely on the fact that his saw attacks actually apply Pyro. So I tried to do a Pyro self-infused burst to try to build up the mechanics so that it overheats, and then try to run Skirk, but I still only got like a 2-minute clear for this guy. So at that point, I reached there and I reached you, and I was like, you know what, I kind of miss having Shunhe, and I just didn't continue. I think it's possible with Skirk to clear on the first half, but I think the investment will be quite a lot. Like, rather than Kazuha, maybe you run some random Pyro unit or something. Is C1 the fair worth it? Do you have Signature or do you have C1? Well, it's between one or the other. What does C1 even do? I believe C1 is like a personal boost into the skill, right? If I recall correctly, it's a similar increase with the Signature. Yeah, basically her thing gets another 60% of the elemental mastery. And if I recall correctly, this is not a flat increase. I think this is this a flat increase? Or the base damage? Yeah, this is a flat increase. This is a flat increase, and the EM's it's also affected by the Seed passive. Is it worth it? Well, I don't know. Do you want a signature weapon or do you want a constellation one? That's up to you though. Because I believe the thing is, a lot of newer characters, like their C1, R1, usually have very similar like increments. If you're a DPS, we don't count supports, so to be honest, I don't really see that much of a difference. I got signature, I'm sure on Primus for C1. I mean, do you have any characters that you're trying to get into in the future? Or do you just want your Nefair to go like Omega Giga strong, right? Like, okay, let me see if I can try to do this real quick. I managed to get about 192k on my Reliquary Nefair. It's a 4 cost team. I think it's 4 costs. Let me just put her back on instructors really quickly. According to the calculations, it should imply that this team can reach like 200k, but unfortunately, it's not 200k. So I know this is like a lobster is too buttery situation, but it's not every day that I just pull for signature weapons. So I always expect like quite a massive boost. Which, to be fair, 170k to 190k is pretty decent. Like 192, that's like a 20k damage increase. But I expected to reach at least like close to 200k, like 198, 198 would be nice. Excuse me, what? Where? Bro, what is this? Why is Melee Astra lagging, bro? I reached all the way to 68 pity and got R4 Harp, 34 pity. I don't think I'll get a signature. I mean, amen. If you're pulling without a guarantee, then you should be ready to shoulder all the losses. I mean, I'll take refinements on Harp though. You actually get more crit damage from the refinements. Like, I unironically think, I think Harp is one of those weapons that are not worth keeping. Multiple copies. Just get it up to R5 so you get a bit of crit damage there. And then you can put that one weapon on any bow characters that you feel like is underwhelming or something. Columbina, and then we put Sucrose right here. Do that. It is 50-50, better save for other characters. Yeah, I mean it's up to you though, because if you already have if you don't have signature, if you ask me between like having signature, okay, C1 resource-wise is cheaper than getting the signature, but having the signature gives you more flexibility in the event that you decide that you hate Nefair. You decided to not like Nefair for some reason. So now you can give Reliquary to like, I don't know, like Luna Bloom Columbina, which is the funniest shit ever, but if you have a good Night Sky set, it actually works pretty well. I haven't tested the team for that one. That's a funny thing though. Do that. Oh. I missed one dash cancel, that's hilarious. I'll do like maybe one more rotation. Hello? Bro, I'm lagging. Why was I lagging? What the fuck, man? No, it's actually not. This is actually not 200k, unfortunately. I think highest I can reach is 90k. Like,
嘘はいけないね。読む。素直にハグだね。皆に祝福あり。輪廻の永遠の雨。新月は来る生きて安全距離。嘘はいけないね。真実はまるで影。丸裸にしてやる。
Yeah, around 180, 190k. I think I was lagging for a little bit, so I was pressing like sucrose. I was wondering why nothing was happening. So it was a bit triggering.
嘘はいけないね。真実はまるで影。
Around 185 to 190k, yeah. So like this is just C0R1 with a top 1%. Unfortunately, my Black Marrow position wise, my Nefair was better because she didn't have as much crit damage. So every crit damage roll I had was better. Now I'm like missing EM. So unfortunately, I don't have a whatchamacallit. I don't have an EM circlet that's like on set, so I can't really try to push it to 200k. Waiting for Sandrone. Yeah, we probably should wait for Sandrone, but so far the rumors is that she's gonna be a DPS. Like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing DPS. But granted, if every single support is gonna be like super cracked, then I don't know what to feel about it though. 240, I know what video it is. That one is uncapped. I've watched like 3 to 4 of the same videos. I've watched one and I don't want to watch a single one. The moment I see like the moment I see 200k like with that kind of build, I'm just like, yeah, this is a 200k borderline is understandable, but any more than that is like it's fucking FPS uncapped. Like this is right, S7 please, S7 would refer to it. That is like all red gameplay. Burst, no burst animation, macro activate, no burst animation plus macro plus FPS unlock. Nah, fuck that shit. Get that shit out of here. That's not relatable. It doesn't work against TOS, and most important part, it's still not relatable. So no. Like I risk getting carpal tunnel just to get 140 to 150k. They aren't getting much. Should I report them? Nah, I mean the reason why like there's no way for you to prove it, right? Because if you watch it from YouTube, obviously YouTube is capped at 60 FPS, so you can't actually tell. But I can tell you as someone who has done that skirt combo before, unless you use a macro or something, which is kind of like half, it's not necessarily bannable, but maybe it is. I don't know. It's like fucking whatever. I've done that just to test for a little bit. You can definitely get higher DPS, but 200k is like nah, I don't know, man. Unless your build is like literally number 1 or something, then I won't believe it. I got recommended 2 of the same videos. It's like one guy and the other guy. It's like both 238k, 240k DPS, C0R1 skirt. What they don't tell you is that they have a unlock FPS plus macro plus top 1% build. It's the like top 1% is already unrelatable, but like but using a macro with unlock FPS is like that's a whole other level of unrelatability because it's tied down to your actual game and not your artifact quality. And to be honest, I don't really mind it too much. I mean, like I could do a macro, get a 30 CPS macro so that I can do my normal attack faster just to squeeze out 2 to 3 more normal attacks on Skirk so I can push her to 150 to 160k. Is it worth it? Fuck no. And risk getting banned? Nah, fuck no. It's like I can't just say like, hey guys, you can get like 20k more DPS if you just grab a macro and risk getting banned. Fuck no. I'm not recommending that. So yeah, did I do my artifact run yet? Anyone redeem an abyss help yet? I believe. I mean, actually, no. Technically, no. So far, no. But Chowder is here, so we could do his. It could do the Imaginary Theater first. So we're just kind of chilling right now. I don't feel like testing any more teams because I think I think this abyss is not too difficult if you have the right characters. It's actually a breeze in the park with the right characters. It's just I would say newer accounts that don't have any particular Hyper Bloom team would struggle quite a bit. Either they don't have a Nilo Bloom with Sig, or they don't have like Hyper Bloom. I'm not counting Luna Bloom because that's a shield content. They use 300 FPS and a scroll wheel. Yeah, they actually can do that. The funny thing is I tried to do that with my mouse, which is a Logitech, but for some reason, for whatever reason, Logitech software doesn't have the ability to change the inputs on the scroll wheel. So I was like, okay, I guess. And you know what's funny? This mouse cost me in Malaysian ringgit, right? This mouse cost me 160 ringgit, while some random 20 ringgit mouse looks so budget, looks cheap as shit. Is like the most budget fucking gaming mouse you can buy on the PC shop. The software allows you to actually do that with the scroll wheels. I'm just like, bruh. A mouse that is 5 times cheaper has a software that allows you to bind the scroll wheel to a normal attack. The actual normal attack. And I was like, why is it like this? Why can't you be like this? Because the thing is, I think the only other thing that I did wasn't actually tied to the software itself. The other thing I did was that when I used to play Warframe, I believe, because there was a character called Excalibur where their ultimate ability was like using their energy and consume their energy over time. And whenever you do, it basically replaces your melee, all your weapons, like a melee weapon. And when you press E, which is the button to use your melee attacks, you do a few like diagonal swings, like swing, 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 and then it unleashes these blade waves, right? Range blade waves, which does lots of damage based on how good your build is. So the thing is, whenever back then, when Warframe grinding used to be good, when you can spend like, we would spend like hours, like literal 2 to 3 hours in a survival mission camping in one spot, and I would be at Excalibur. We would have an Excalibur that just spams their exalted blade for hours. Just kill enemies and funnel them all into this one sewer or something, and then we just kill them. Necros would desecrate the loot so we get the life support to keep the oxygen up. So, you know, pressing E for 2 hours was kind of tiring and kind of carpal tunnel inducing, but I was young that time. So I decided that, hey guys, hold on, let me rebind my keys. When I go to the settings, inside the in-game settings, I can change normal attack to just scroll up and scroll down. So all I did was like this, and then it would just it would actually just trigger melee attacks, and it is so much easier on your freaking fingers. Let's go glaze some Abyss runs. Yeah, you can do IT whichever. I mean, I'll probably do Abyss first, I think. Just use an auto hotkey. Yeah, you could probably do that though. But to be honest, it's like FPS is quite a big part though, because I mean, sure, you can get like a 30 CPS macro, right? I can do that. Well, not exact. I mean, it is a macro kind of, but that's because I have a macro pad, which I can use to mostly for editing purposes. So I have like a knob fader thing that I can just spin left and right, and I can get like over 30 CPS and for my skirt combo, and it gave me like what 5k more DPS. Fucking bullshit, I tell you. And the reason why this is a thing is because we are stuck at 60 FPS. I don't know how much Apple is paying Genshin to reserve the rights to 60 FPS. I don't know how long it's gonna last. It's been over 5 years, but they must be getting paid a fuck ton of money. I bet they're like, oh wow, there's a lot of people buying. A lot of the iPhone owners seem to be downloading Genshin Impact. So I guess we're actually kind of making money. People are buying iPhone just to get 120 FPS. So like I can just imagine it being like that. I saw the trailer for this game. What game is this? Stranger Than Heaven. Interesting. But yeah, if we got more FPS too, like, you know, FPS is such a... having more frame rate is such a crazy thing that, if I recall correctly, I saw this one random Yoimiya video or something, and that Yoimiya team had like over 100k DPS. And literally, like, I think it was like very poorly translated Bilibili, like Google translated like Bilibili video, so Chinese to English. And I think it said like 60 FPS is like 10 to 15k less DPS. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's 10k less DPS? So you're telling me my freaking waifu is D tier because I don't have 120 FPS? You've got to be kidding me. Like, Yoimiya enjoys the moment Genshin's frame rate gets uncapped. Immediately run 180, 185 FPS, tune that shit up. Like, play the game in the shittiest quality so that they can get like 30k more DPS for their fucking Yoimiya. Yoimiya becomes 150k DPS because you got more frame rate. Oh, that's so ridiculous. At some point, I just refused to believe that to be a thing, but unfortunately, with how the game works, that is exactly how it is. Let's see. Oh, it's not this list, sorry. I was looking at the endgame list. Hey, Chowder. What's your username again? Not this one. Not this one. Oh, there it is. Okay. I had to like scroll through a bunch of text real quick. Alright. Let's go. How many in the queue? So far, just one. We're just going back to Chowder Can's account so that we can do both Theater and Abyss, so we can do both like in a row. We'll do Abyss first because Abyss is gonna be more chill. And then we'll do Theater, that's where we gotta lock in a little bit. A Chinese player cleared Watcher, Dyer, and UGC using Siege Roll Almon's using FPS and scroll wheel. Yeah. Yeah, FPS is it's such a massive boost, and macro is also a very important boost for someone like Skirk. Let's see, blah 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 blah. What region was this again? Yo, can you just say what region you are in Discord just so I can like keep it there in case I log into the wrong region? I feel like this is NA, but I could be wrong. At that point, just use Nicole with math. Yeah, Asia? Okay, it's Asia. I mean, I love playing Yoimiya and breaking... Like, Yoimiya doesn't break my mouse the same way that Skirk does. Yoimiya doesn't give me carpal tunnel the same way that Skirk does. Yoimiya was the first, like, she was the first off-brain character where you could just, like, mash buttons and hope something happens, kind of thing. Alright, so we'll start off with the... Oh, I guess we'll do floor 11 then. What are we talking about? Shirley? Don't say that, Angel. You're gonna curse us. There's gonna be like 10 people coming like, hey streamer, are you doing Abyss help? Can you help me to get 36 stars? And then I log into the account and it's like no Dendro characters build, no Hyperbloom characters build. Their only Pyro DPS is fucking Dea, not even PMC on Obsidian Codex, and I'm just gonna be sitting there for the next like fucking 2 hours figuring out how the fuck am I supposed to clear this floor 12. Like, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. Every day, every viewer clear I log in, I just look at the account and I'm just like, unfortunately, I have to break the news, and I know it's a bit unfortunate, but your account can't fucking clear. That's like in my head right now. Alright, so okay, we just do this second half. Any presets? Any look, Baiju. Interesting. You know what? Its second half is pretty chill, so I can relax for a little bit. Okay, first half. I see a Maoika. No questions asked. I don't want to think. We just play Maoika. Actually, what the fuck? Excuse me, what? Okay, we have R5 Tato Shadow. For a second, I was like, why is this Skyward Pride on Maoika? Yeah, that's good enough. Mademoiselle C2, good enough. I don't care. What do we want? Do we want Durin or Roron? I can just brute force through this shit though. I don't have to care too much. Stito, okay, Stito. Or cabbage boy? Granny's boy? Almost C6. Ah, that's fine. I actually haven't seen this weapon in a while. I have that weapon. Like, a lot of the event weapons are just not Faf though. See, that's a sad thing. I haven't seen a single event weapon that's just straight up better than Faf unless it's a DPS weapon. Because Faf is not a DPS weapon. So every time I look at that, I'm just like, yeah. I just see all the bunch of event weapons that is just straight up not better than Faf, and I just sit there like, yeah, the weapon will never see the light of day. Fortunately, I don't make guides. Well, I don't make character guides. That's a very generic build. Oh, you level up normal attack. R5 Black Marrow? Okay, that's a normal. Lama, ER check, 186. You fail. Where is the ER stance? Oh, look. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. That's your solution. That's your solution. Wait, what weapon are you using? Aetherlight. No, that's too low for Aetherlight. Oh, that's way too low for Aetherlight. Is it all crit but no ER or something? Is it like all crit, no ER? The ER is on Mizuki. Okay. Okay, that one has ER. I wish I had one of those. Actually, no, I do have one of those. No. Look, ER with the same amount of energy recharge. Who cares? I mean, it's like perfect. It has like crit stats. We got ER, HP percent. That's better on that. Nah, no EM though. ER? Any EM ER? No, not quite. I'm swapping the build. Hirara doesn't need burst. Loma does. Okay, fix. Before I go, you see, this is what it's like when you go to war in Vietnam, except Vietnam is just a rhetoric for viewer clears. And like Abyss and Stygian Onslaught, when I go into fucking Imaginary Theater and I see like, okay, 200 ER. I don't care about the crit. If she can burst, she's good. This is like me giving like Nam flashbacks. I go into Imaginary Theater, spend the next like 1 hour doing the clear just to realize that I couldn't get the Stella at like Act 8 and Act 9 because the character doesn't have fucking ER. Like, forget about not having artifacts. Like, even if you have a single ER stance, at least I can say you tried. Omega Judge. Use math, follow Kino second half, follow Kino is yeah. Every 5-star? I mean, having every 5-star is not a good thing. Having a lot of 5-stars is not a good thing because that means your resources are going to be spread thin. I would rather believe, I would give a better rating at an account that only has 3 to 4 hyper carries, but each of them are like very well invested C0 R1 with like top 5% quality, versus an account that has like 25 stars, but they're all level 80, level 90, but their artifacts are like fucking garbage or something. Remember, guys, don't. What's the right word for that thing? What's that quote again? Don't bite more than you can chew. Yes, that's the quote. Don't bite off more than you can chew. I'm racist against robots. Oh, Nefa. Anti-clanker. There's only like one clanker. I only have a few C1s and Mercy from the free cons thing. Every creation of Ino kind of sucks. Okay, just for context, right? No, nothing against Nefa, not to defend anything. But I'm just gonna say that Ino is this. Ino, while she is a child, like, you have to keep in mind that she is the whiz kid that is capable of creating like literal weapons of mass destruction. I mean, look at the fucking abomination known as Knuckle Duckle. What do you need to counter Knuckle Duckle? That's right, her next best creation, Inefa. Isn't it fucking ironic? She created that abomination of a 13 million HP fucking duck fuck just to get countered by another fucking clanker that people consider to be bangable. Holy. Look, I don't have anything against Aino, but actually maybe I do have something against Aino. Like, what the fuck is that shit, man? Oh, what the fuck is that shit? You're not dead. There you go. Alright. I should be holding skill, but I'm too lazy. But like, it's like floor 11. There you go. Which one's worse? Knuckle Duckle, Knuckle Duckle. Knuckle Duckle. Knuckle Duckle, the only team that can clear consistently is literally just Flint. My math didn't even change that much. It's still the same Maoika, top 0.5%, top 7,000, like top 1% Maoika with like C6 Yantan, C6 everything, and they overloaded team, 1.5 costs. And I didn't even get close. I mean, I got like maybe 5%, but the fact that I needed signature to make it more viable is annoying. And that requires a CCD combo too. So it's like, yes, Knuckle Duckle. 13 million HP piece of shit. With the way the ducks just have like what? Fucking 5 million? Was it 5 million? No, 2 million. 2 million, 1.8 to 2 million HP. And it's not just that they're standing still, they get pushed up by the duckle himself and they get spreaded out. If you want to have the highest likelihood of killing him in time, you need to make sure that they're all grouped up, all your attacks land, you don't get hit, you don't get interrupted, you don't fucking die by that boxing cuckle duckle over there. The gecko may be bad, but I find him to be fun. I can't say the same for Knuckle Duckle. I do not share the same sentiment for Knuckle Duckle at all. Screw that guy, man. He has way too much HP. Like I don't mind if they buff his HP, if they just decrease the what do you call the mechanic again? If they can maintain the HP inflation if they made it so that the health of the duck is just much less. Like, because keep in mind that actually no, never mind. It's still a lot of HP. Fuck that. I hate it, man. Yeah, any Radiant boss is better than the Cuckle Duckle, as I like to call it. I've never felt so much despair against a singular freaking enemy until that guy arrived. Like, what is that HP, man? And like, literally, there are certain times where I would be like running the fair on a viewer's account, and then I'm just hitting, I'm like, okay, I killed all the ducks. Why is his shield not broken? And then in the middle of the fight, I just see this one guy that is literally above the vertical height of most characters' abilities. So I just sit there and look at it, and I'm just like, oh. You know? Genshin freaking Impact, man. Like imagine you use Maoika Burst and the one duck didn't get hit because he's like too busy ascending to heaven or something. Holy.
じゃあな行けもうち
武器を捨てろ呼吸を整えよう動け太陽の本番を加速するぞ
So yeah, screw that. 100% screw that. Okay, back to locking in.
ようやく
Let's go, Baiju.
命の重みを知
Do your thing.
西風の祝福輪廻とわの兄心を覗かせてもらうよ
There you go. He's dead. Yeah, did shield go back up at 1 HP at 709? That, you know, honestly, I'm referring to the Stygian version. The Abyss version is not as bad, but he's still pretty annoying though. Because you're stuck in trying to do Electro Charge or trying to Brute Force. And those ducks are not groupable. If the ducks are groupable, you could easily bring Venti, Sucrose, or Kazuha just to try to kill them like in an instant. But the problem is that's not the case. That's the annoying part. Oh, it's just like... I hate that guy for passion. My goodness.
周りを見張っててくれ
動くな法の裁きもっと早くもっと強くこの天下で裁く
Meow. You know, the funny thing about this guy is... I feel like nobody actually ever complains about this guy because I don't think he did anything wrong.
気を捨てろ呼吸を整えよう加速するぞ敵縁に
It's like, you can play around the pyro mechanic, but once you bring enough pyro, you can just brute force the freaking shield. Look at this. It's already half dead and we haven't even reached the other phase.
加速する
That's crazy.
行くなよ行け
これは必要な武力だよっよっ
I'm trying to get a pyro back. I'll wait a bit.
アクセル
じゃあな
I'm not even sure if it's used. You know, let's just use Yansan Burst. Why not?
太陽の本番を
He's a giant hitbox. Yeah. The thing is, what's interesting about him is that whenever he reaches half bar, right, half pyro bar, he actually loses resistance all the way to 50%. Yeah, his attacks does nothing. That's a funny thing. He's just a giant hitbox.
薬も毒になり
True and real.
月光のように
Why did I hold skill?
実ろう
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
謎を解こ
Alright, boy. I love how it doesn't gain any additional resistance, so it's already like half dead.
ようやく
He's already half dead and we just started.
うみんな
That's so funny.
輪廻
That's just so funny.
心を覗かせてもらう嘘は
He just spawned and he already lost like 40% of his HP. I hate this stupid... I wish the shield just had a flat amount and it didn't shield Luna or anything. But I guess they gotta sell, right guys? I guess they gotta find a way to sell. Sell their characters. Except their characters are so strong, I don't think there even is a need to sell any character. I don't think they needed to make shield bosses because the character... Like literally, not cry, the lineup is so damn strong. I feel like that in alone, it's already like a massive selling point. That's a funny thing that I think about it.
動くな
Can you die?
投降しろ加速するぞ
There you go.
せいじゃあな周りを見張っててくれ
太陽の帝国だ動け敵縁に葬られよ止める勇気はある
あまり遠くに行くなよさあみんなに挨拶
雷のごとく加速するぞ太陽の本番を
There you go. Yeah, he just vanished. He does have quite a lot of red shred, but once you build enough pyro for the second phase where it overheats, then it loses quite a lot of resistance. Oh, you. My brain was like, who's this guy again? I forgot. I'm just gonna use burst because I don't want to wait for him to do the thing. There you go. Look at this guy's already half dead. I'm just gonna use burst, why not? Let me pre-funnel that to llama. Funny and a fair thing. There you go. Lightbulb Mushroom had a different debut since IT. Oh yeah. Yeah, the guy's first appearance is Imagine Theater. It was a bit of a malt fest because like not everybody has the 3 characters built. And I remember vividly that we had one account that just did not have any of those 3. What was our solution to that? Inviting a C2 R1 Chaska that was triple crown. Who needs groupers when you have one of the most busted fucking 5-star constellations?
じゃあな、周りを見張っててくれ。
Like this one, I'm just brute forcing him. I don't even have to play around the mechanic. That's a funny thing. Like I literally do not care about his mechanic at all. Just brute force, guys. What grouping? Grouping is overrated? True. I get my energy back. Thank you. Oh yeah, I brought Durin. That's why the rest doesn't feel as bad. Yeah, if you bring Durin here, then the clear is gonna be much faster. But who cares? Are you serious? Oh, she actually leaves behind flowers. Wow. I didn't know that. Do you guys think they actually calculated the exact range so that you can do that on Loma? I feel like it's intentional. Like, I genuinely feel like it's intentional. They made it just the right range. I didn't even get to do the fair. They made it just the right range so that you could just hold skill on Loma and you could just break everything. This boss is designed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, you know. Well, was she released? This boss was released before the fair, right? I think this was released in Not Cry when it first came out. Like, Mandragora of Math overloaded? Yes, Kirimi, you can. I think my Mawika cleared in like less than a minute. Grouping is overrated. Okay, that's one redeem. That means the next one's gonna be Imagine Theater. Now this one is gonna be another whole other experience. So let me just put the names up. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that's one theater. Where is that theater? There it is. Nagatoro is still MIA. Okay, hold on. Let me just clear the redeem first. And let's go do theater. It's made to shield Llama. Yeah, it doesn't even shield Neferi, it just shields Llama. Feel free to switch around artifacts. No, that's not even like a question. That is just mandatory at this point. I've done this so many times that I'm just like, yeah, it's just a normal Tuesday. C2, please tell me at least C2. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I don't care what your build is. It's C2. That's all that matters. C4? Okay, good. Oh, what's a Rancor? Is it better or worse? I mean, it does have ER. It's one talent level higher than this one, but this one has echoes. I think I can just swap the weapon, right? Do we even have... I recall we don't even have a good weapon for this. Take Jade Cutter from Skirk. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. What's a real weapon? Do we have a real weapon? No? I don't think we have any. Okay. Let's take the trial. Is it C6? Okay, C0 will take trial. C4? C2. Okay. What does C2 even do? Stronger shield? I guess there's no difference. Is it both deepwood? No, it's double HP. Okay. DPS number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 4. Number 5 and number 6. Okay, good. We got enough DPS, so all we need is supports right now. Dun 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 dun. I still kind of want Amber. We can grab a supporting cast though. Yeah, we have more than enough Dendro units. What is a good supporting cast? We have Neferi reserved for the Babcock. The fatherless flames, as Zajeff would like to call it. Good joke though. Nibilet. Is there even anyone I can bring? Emily? I think Emily is the only one. Emily would help support Kinish. That is a garbage Emily, holy. Come on, give me an Emily with decent crit stats. Okay, now that is an Emily. 200 crit damage to 60 crit rate. Wow. It's very similar to my own build. Any other Emily owners? No? Is that the only Emily owner? Wow. Emily owners are a dime in a dozen. Alright, grab this one. And we should be... let me just double check. So we're checking the... Everyone here is not being used. 205 ER. Okay, this one doesn't matter too much. Barbara, we do have Baiju, but just to be safe, I'm gonna give her an ER Sans. I recommend HP. You know, sometimes Hoyoverse, you gotta admit that you were wrong, because you're always wrong. It is 4 maidens, right? Is it 4 maidens? No, it's like 3 maidens. Okay, it's almost 4 maidens. Go back up here. You know, sometimes there's nothing wrong with admitting that you are wrong, so that you can learn to be right. And if I'm wrong, you should correct yourself. I love that quote. If I'm wrong, then you should right yourself. True. HP no healing bonus? Oh damn, you got a safe healing bonus. Okay, that's a good healing bonus circlet. That's a good healing bonus circlet. That's an onset healing bonus circlet. Oh, if this was crit rate, would have been perfect without HP. HP percent, blah blah blah. We got 2 maidens. Okay, better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Candice, how many constellations? C6, C6, 160 ER, not enough energy. Crescent Pike must be... Shangling must be holding Fav? Shangling is 100% holding Fav. Do I borrow this? Actually, I don't care too much about Candice. I'm probably not going to use her. 160 with Flame Forge. Can we cope with 160? I don't know why people run Elemental Mastery. She's not doing damage anyways. Defense, no. No traces of energy recharge. Not quite. We'll cope. Feel like I've did a few changes here and there. Toma is probably the last one we can check. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we can start. Let's not go. I'm going to take a sip of water and I'm going to reset this. Trial Kinish. Trial Kinish is not that bad. You gotta give it credit. Trial Kinish is not absolute trash. Compared to Flute Ayato. Like, what the heck is that Ayato, man? Like Trial Kinish is literally the best out of all the 6 trial casts. And then there's just Ayato running Flute. It's okay. Ayato, at least Ayato is not a fraud like Varka. I will never stop calling Varka a fraud, and if I ever get Varka, I'm just gonna like try to give him an amazing build, show you the numbers on the DPS sim and I'll be like, wow, still a fraud by the way. Forever a fraud. Because the only Varka that's good enough to gain my approval is the one with Mighty Guess of the Wolf Horror. In other words, signature weapon.
一緒に頑張ろう
Oh, Vaporize. Level 1 Vaporize, level 2 Vaporize, no Molani. And then free Mystery Cash, don't screw me over. Oh, more options. I'll get more rerolls. Level 3 Vaporize, you're not screw it. May as well Omega buff the Vaporize. Yeah, you see, Ayato for the longest time, if you've been in the stream for a while, his best team is Ayato Hyper Bloom. You go against multiple enemies, you want to have AoE Hydro application, and your name is not Nuvillet, Ayato is the man for the job. But of course, you still have to give him some decent stats. Enough ER to burst every rotation, because without his burst, his Hydro application is just like non-existent. And it also does buff his damage. I think was it 20% normal attack damage bonus for him? Somewhere along the lines of that. Kirara, Dala, yep. Generic. Hey, Ayato's toes. What do I do with Ayato's toes? Get this done in a sub 30-40 minute, maybe?
水遊と
高評価賑やかにパジョン
Go Ayato. Also, the volume of the game's a bit louder because I needed it for the recording. Why is it so dark? Yo, they are doing damage! Oh, you guys want to know something funny? I actually managed to reach like 85k DPS on Deya with the Hex load too.
神のご加護面白く
But that required me to run like R5 Serpent Spine. So maybe one day, if Bacon ever reruns, maybe I'll go for Bacon, you know? You never know.
どうぞ受けて
Maybe if I can get Bacon, I can get 100k DPS Deya. Surely. Or at least 90k. She can already reach like that high with Serpent Spine though, so it's actually quite not bad.
水圧剣封印
What was the damage contribution? About 50% actually. Because this is a C6 Deya with like single crown. If I double crown her, we'll probably get a bit more damage. And this is with 4 emblem, my best 4 emblem artifact. It wasn't 250 CV, but I like because my circlet like fucking sucks balls. And I think her stats were like 90, 180 or something with Serpent Spine. So Deya, C6 Deya does do decent damage, but that's if you can actually funnel her with enough energy recharge. If you can funnel enough energy for her to burst every rotation, then her damage is actually quite decent. I can see why people say it's comparable to Hu Tao, but obviously Hu Tao's gonna be better lah, because you don't have to use your elemental burst to actually do your biggest amount of damage. Let's see. Let's get another character. Durin's too early. Komi Baiju. I guess I'll get Baiju. Yeah, why not?
ならば私が
And we'll do the Burning Boys. It was pretty nice though. But the thing is, it is R5 Serpent, and it's reliant on Serpent the stacks actually not losing. Probably goes down to like a little over 80k if it's like average 3 stacks KQM standards. So if I had Bacon or the Reed C, which not only gives me more crit rate, it allows me to go for more crit damage and other stats. I would say reaching 90k, a little over 90k, maybe low 100k shouldn't be impossible. I'll try math signature for C6 Deya. That should actually be pretty decent. Just make sure that your Deya has enough energy. But if you run, I would say a lot of the older units, their best team right now is actually Hex Load. And when I say Hex Load, I'm specifically referring to Durin, Fischl, and what's the name called again? Durin, Fischl, and Chevreau. That team, I think that team core alone is like 30, 40k DPS. Granted, I have an R5 Wolf Fang, so maybe there's a bit of a damage contribution right there that's not quite the most relatable compared to other things. I don't want to use Baiju. Kind of want to save Deya for later though. Baiju will be helpful for Nefer. I still do need some sort of Vape unit. Mona, let's go. Lohan signature. I actually haven't seen any of that at all.
トーン暗いおの軍よけ荷物です
Like, I'm truly living up to me, like my own statement when I say if it's not a character that I'm gonna own, I'm extremely disinterested in every way possible.
そこだよっ
Like just straight up disinterested.
トーンはあ
There you go. Well, what does it do? Can anyone like... Actually, no, I can look it up. You know what? I'll just bring them up. Math here. Why not? Let me go look it up really quickly. Project Amber. Why am I opening AdSense? I don't need to see how much money I earned. Still waiting for YouTube to send in the YouTube money so I can be like in the green. What is that weapon called? Okay, maybe they should sort it right. Disaster's Remorse. Alright. Yeah, let's go see what this is like. Does that show? Oh, that's how that works. Oh, Genshin is above that. Okay. Let's see. High base attack with crit rate, same stat stick as Jade Spear. Equipping character use skill, they will gain 3 different effects. 1733 triggers once every rotation. This one is normal and charge attack for 40%. Irreparable is elemental skill and burst, which every 3 seconds. When the first initial buff is active, when a character hits the enemy with a normal or charge attack, the duration of the skill burst buff is increased by 1 second. Any cooldown? If a character hits a skill or burst, the extend the duration by another 1 second. Each of the thing can be triggered once every 0.1 seconds. Or when the thing ends or character leaves the field, both stacks will remove, and Hexray will increase the damage boost by 75%. 75% is 3/4, so that means you go from 40% damage bonus to 70% damage bonus. So, which in other words, aside from it being a stat stick, you need a character that can do one or the other. To be honest, I can't think of that. Like, who the hell can use this? Let me pause the timer. Like, well, what characters do we have? So let's filter by polearm, right? There you go. So it has to be a character that uses skill, burst, and normal attack. Let's see. So irreparable, and it triggers once you use elemental skill. It's a Shangling weapon! Let's go! Shangling weapon! Remember, Shangling can snapshot. She can snapshot the 40% elemental damage bonus. Oppa! Sino, I mean, I guess Sino can kind of do that, yeah. Yeah, oh, my mic is falling. Yeah, Sino. But, yeah, I guess he can kind of do that. Sino would be there. Zhongli, well, Zhongli, the skill hits quite often with the pillar. If you have like C1, maybe Pikely, I guess. Definitely not Xiao, definitely not Hu Tao, definitely not Rosario. Raiden Shogun is no, it's considered burst damage, right? But I don't think it can buff normal attack. So maybe not exactly Raiden. Maybe like Raiden has a 9-second uptime, so it's like what, 1/3. So no, yes, no. Skill has to hit often. C2 maybe. Yeah, but it's like 6 seconds, so I guess they kind of could do that. MED, this one doesn't matter as much. No, not MED. No. Flints, yeah. Actually, yeah. So like what? You just do skill, you can buff your normal attack a little bit, and then you do burst. You just do normal attacks and you can do the burst. Yeah, Flints actually would be decent on Flints. So that means the only the only other possible user for Lohan's signature is just Sino and Oppa. Oppa! Nah. I joke, but actually Shangling can use this though. Hyper carry Raiden big 26 with no ER, yeah. It's okay, we are funneling every single bit of ER to Raiden so that she can get like 10 more DPS. Once again, the Shangling propaganda continues. The Shangling propaganda continues, chat. Alright. It's just so funny to think about it. I don't know, but it's damn funny to think about it. Let's do this. I guess I could bring Barbara, why not? Do I even have a team that can deal with this? I might have to bring Malwick on the worst case. What's a good DPS I can bring here? I mean, I could just bring Math. Fuck it. We'll max out the Vaporize buff first. Let's try to do a team. Actually, I don't have enough for that. Ah, shucks. I'll save that for the next one, because we need a character. Let me try to do an Ayato hyper first. See if we can do enough damage. We might be able to get there though. Not sure. Oh, we can do Mona. Oh, we can bring Barbara actually. Actually, Barbara doesn't do anything here. I'll get more flowers though. We do have Baiju, so the healer slot is already kind of filled in. We can probably do something like this. Oh wait, now let me reset. Let me get a few more seconds of uptime. How's the Abyss experience? It's not really... yeah. I think most people here didn't really struggle too much. Because I think most of our accounts are invested enough that it's not exactly a struggle. $50K day of it, that's insane.
賑やかにいきましょう。神のご加護。
$50K day of it, that's kind of hilarious, so not gonna lie. Can I not? Yo, this guy actually trolling. What the heck? This guy actually trolling. What the fuck? Yeah, I think most people can probably clear. I mean, like, shouldn't be too difficult though. Okay, we're gonna bring Barbara here, but we want to throw away our bad units, right? Let's say I can do something like this. But I feel like that's all our pyro units. I don't think that's a good idea. You know, Dahlia's a burden. Why not? Daya does off-field, so we throw away Yanfei here. Barbara solo vape. Let's go, chat. Barbara solo vape. Oh, we actually have Tidal Shadow, so now we can use Barbara for the healing. Wow. Whee! What? Okay. Okay. There you go. Probably should have done a few normal attacks actually. Hey. That's Tidal Wave, man. That Tidal Wave is single-handedly saving this vape team. Holy. Oh, okay. Nilo. We can save MAD for later, actually. Yeah, like that. Okay, we can... No. I'll save the Bennett for later. We can get 2 characters right now. We already maxed out the vape buff, so we have more options. We can get a Llama. Hydro character. Okay, Columbina. Not Columbina, but I guess... No, I know that's AoE, right? But Columbina... Like, I know Columbina buffs Luna better. Let's see. Useless characters. We still need a team that can actually clear, so we'll get all the useless characters for this particular act. Yeah, we'll get all the useless characters here. Let me double check. What Arcanum did you get? Star? Is that Star? Okay, you don't have Star. Good. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are slowly reaching a point where we actually have to worry about what Arcanums we get. Because imagine you see the Arcanum, you're just like, ah, shit, you already have both of them. Oh well, it's time to redo the whole run again. Let's see. Nilo... No, Nilo will be useful, so we can probably run this for. Alright, 4 trash characters, let's go. Ayato not being Dogshik impossible, yes. Ayato only has 1 team and it's Hyper Bloom. I don't need to change anybody's mind because that's the truth. We do not deny fact. Oh, he's actually dying, what the fuck? Wait, why is he dying? Why is he actually dying? Wait, they're actually dying. Yo, the vape buff's actually kind of crack, I'm not gonna lie. The vape buff's actually kind of decent. The hell?
出てきなさい。守るために運命には逆らえません。
安らかに総流水泳
20k normal attacks.
やるか。
There you go.
運命の運命よ。
Oh, C2. Oh no.
手加減なしだぜ。耐えられるか。行くぞ。
Oh. He's actually dying. That's insane.
三弱の
He's actually dying.
運命に
Ow.
どいて。
Yeah, I can imagine.
守るために
The trading part.
これが運命です。
権威よ
さあ振り絞れよ。
Let's go. There you go.
行くぞ。
You do damage on the monolith time wasting stage, yeah. That's actually the freest one. To be honest, Actor was kind of free thanks to the rock avatars of lava. That was pretty good. Durin or Kinish or Emiri? I mean, I kind of need an actual good pyro character. I actually don't want Hydro right now. Oh, Mystery Cache. I'll take it. Return to alternate cast? No, that sucked. Ooh, Pyro. Yes, Bennett would be nice. That's definitely not Bennett, but I'll take the Amber, I guess. It doesn't look like Bennett, but I guess I'll take it. If we get Emiri, I think we should be good though. We can do Durin, that one, and that one, and that one. Durin, Kinish, Emiri. So we can do something like this. And this jump scare, my favorite. Jabit.
運命の変わり目
When are they gonna bring Amber into the Favonius Knights or something?
雨のような。
獲物だ
I think I can make it in time. Nice. I just frantically mashed you just for the... Was it 5 cannons? I've never been able to done the 6 cannon before though. That's a funny thing.
色はない 赤月の影よ我が命を果たせ運命の変わり目気をつけて獲物だ
I can only afford 5 cannons. So.
物語は始まったばかり
6 cannons must be like some incredible precision or something. Why am I on the Ruin Grader? Why? Why am I on the Ruin Grader? What the fuck?
出発着中。
獲物だ
There you go.
死での旅路
Okay, Emiri. Emi, that's not quite the right character, but you know what that means we can actually do. That means we can actually do this. Do we get another character or do we get another buff? You know what, let's just get another character. Do I want another pyro? You know what? Just put the Bennett in the back. Just in case. Just in case we don't quite get things are not quite... Ooh, more characters. Oh, invite being cheap is better. Alright. It's time for the easiest of clappers. Oh, we can actually get a sub 30-minute run, I think. That's crazy. We have actual 6 units to clear the entire team. I can do this, I think.
薬も毒になり
That.
さあ
宗樹の影蒼熱よ
真実はまるで影嘘はいけないね欺瞞の叫びよ
波の花が上に舞いをよ
Why did I hold skill?
祈ろう
I'm actually Pepega. What the heck?
命の重み
That's
を
fine.
知りなさい
The generation is enough.
謎を解こう嘘はいけないね
見逃さないでいくよ西風の祝福リンナにコアの網治療しないとな
さあ婦人
How much does the healing do?
真実はまるで
Actually, quite a good amount. That's a very potent healing.
欺瞞の叫びよ読む丸裸にして
There you go. Are you making love overpowered characters? Ooh, Shangling. I go all in on Pyro. You know what? Screw it. I guess we can. We do need non-Pyro characters though. Oh look, MED.
光栄です
Perfect timing. Do I get 1 level of burning? Do I not? Oh, 80 invite. I don't have enough of that. It does buff the burning damage, so I'll take it. So it should be good. Now, as someone who doesn't have Baiju, I was under the impression that he just doesn't do as much. But I guess the nice part is that his front loads a lot of his healing from his skill though. So getting Constellation 1 is actually kind of nice. Okay, do I do Bennett Shengling or do I do a Durin Shengling? How good is the Oppa? Oppa? Oh, it's pretty shit. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we can get by with this. Are you guys ready to watch the fucking shield get absolutely decimated?
退路はない
切りとだ
Where did the shield go?
気分晴れないわ無視などさち代償を払ってもらうぞ
料理の時間雨のようなよ
Where did the shield go?
死での旅路
我に光管理します
No, it's nice that it's not that bad of a DPS check. There you go. I can save the Bennett for another day. Unpicky desu ne. Wait, who do we use against? Baptist. Is the Mawika crack enough to go against the Baptist, or is the Alukino crack enough to go against the Baptist? I wish I could check the details right now, but I can't. I can get Aino for AoE Hydro. Nahida's a bit redundant because actually we could get Nahida for the Baptist. You know what? Let's just we have enough to get a character. Okay, who do I want right now? How good is the Alukino? That's the real question. That's a crit stat of all time. That is a crit stat of all times. How would you like your crit, sire? All of them, please. Delectable. That's how I feel like right now. Let's see. Xingqiu, we do have Alukino, so we could go for Xingqiu. I go for this.
完全懲悪
How do I deal with this? Oh, we even got the Emperor. Because I'm trying to think like, It's mostly just a DPS check. I could use Nefair here, but I'm not sure if I can... You know, I think what we can do is we're going to bring Nefair here, and we're going to believe in either Mawika or Alakino can deal with the dog. Because the dog itself is not very tanky. We do have the max out Vaporize buff, so we're going to try to believe in that. Because to be honest, I just do not want to deal with this stupid ass enemy. Like, I just straight up I do not like this enemy at all. So something like this maybe.
命の重みを知りなさい。
迷える耳
It's gonna go teleport behind me. Or sideways, close enough.
嘘はいけない
There you go.
すぐに治した話。薬も。
リンナに永遠の安寧を真実はまるで影
Yeah, we're good.
月光のように皆のために祈ろう治療しないとな
さあ、くじきよん。
嘘はいけない
この件はわかるかい？
4
Oh, hey. Follow the theater guide for the 12 stars today. They'll definitely be following the guides for each theater. Thanks, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel where all your theater guides are there. To be honest, yeah, I still hold my theater guides with a lot of pride because it's the one thing that separates me from it, like literally everyone else. Abyss Stygian guide. We got 7, please. We got Zarjaf and quite a few other people. Abyss guides. Oh, that's even more people there. Theater, not so much, no. There's like only 2 other people, supposedly. Grayson and like Mr. Mondstadt. And even their styles are super duper simplified, so there's that. Oh yeah, Colombina showing up now, yeah. I mean, okay. How do we want to play around this? So Act 7 is going to be a freebie. Act 8, maybe I can bring Colombina to do some funny Luna Bloom stuff. I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to bring it regardless. We're just going to try to get as many characters as we can and see what we can do. I don't know what exactly it is we can do, but maybe there's something we can do. Okay, this one... Do we have good Dendro characters? We do have good Dendro characters. Actually, no, we don't. I guess Nahida would have been helpful there. There wasn't much stuff to look up, especially on how to use the free characters for the first few stages. Yeah. Yeah, but like, it's funny because like... I feel like Abyss and Stygian Onslaught, there isn't so much that I can add up aside from explaining the boss mechanics and a few tips here and there around mechanics. And the rest is just like team recommendations, right? But Theater, I can generally go full blast with all the strategies because there's so many cool things you can do to try to like get away with getting the Stella with the least amount of effort possible. Or in simpler words, I like life whenever it gives you a lot of options. It really makes you feel good. And a gacha game that gives you a lot of options that actually rewards all of them, not exactly equally, but it rewards you for using different options and being a bit creative. That's pretty cool. Okay, enough of me yapping. Let's see. Arlecchino. We could probably do Arlecchino burning here with, what's her name again? MED. So we can do you there. I need to kind of throw away one random character. Nilu now is not so useful. But are we running Vape or are we running Burning? You know what? Let's... Okay. Kind of want... Actually, no. Nuvulet doesn't need the Vape, I think. Because we're going to be running a separate Vape, so I'll be saving Xingqiu for later. We have a Yulan. Maybe I can get Yulan later. So we can do some Burning Team. We'll do a random Shangling here. Kokomi is just there for motivational support. My favorite. Maybe something like this. Do that. Do that. Get the Vape buff. Use Shangling for Infinite Pyro ICD, my favorite. I love how he's just getting constantly staggered by... Okay, never mind. He's not getting constantly staggered. You know what? Just do this just to be cool. You know what? Vape Kokomi. Let's go, chat. Vape Kokomi. Let's go. There you go. C1 Nilo. Yeah, C1 Nilo is nice, actually. Yeah, C1 Nilo is actually quite nice. If you're going for C1 Nilo, I don't recommend C1 Nilo unless you're going for C2. But granted, I guess, is she in a constellation selector? Is Nilo on the constellation selector? Because if she is, that actually kind of changes quite a lot. That changes things quite a bit. She is? Okay, that's okay. That all the more reason that you should go for C1 then. If you can go for the selector. But the good thing is what you can do is, right, like, you could go for C1 on Nilu, and then whenever she does get a rerun eventually, maybe Sumeru Chronicle, you can go for the C2 if you can benefit from it. I think C2 is quite a good boost, especially for our own personal team. So, because assuming you don't have Lorma, right, Deepwood is 35%, and then I believe her C2 is also another, is it 35 or 30%? So you can get up to like 65 or 70% Resh Red. You pair that together with Lorma, you can get like over 90% Resh Red for Dendro. It's insane. Alright, let's see. What can we do here? I think... Why do Alucino or Malwika? I kind of like the Malwika there, so maybe I'll do Alucino here. Like, I don't think there's anything I can do to get... We've already got most of the characters. So all I really need to do is just bring a random Nouvelle for Act 9 against the Pyro enemies, and we should be good. Let's see. Oh, I guess I could do Columbina. Columbina Jumpscare, my favorite. Full vape team? Oh yeah, we can go full vape. So we can do that. Honestly, I'm not really sure what Columbina's here for. He's just here for the memes at this point. Alright. How much can she do damage? Okay, that kind of sucks. Yo, where's the vape damage? Alucino isn't supposed to slap like a fucking wet stick. Okay, this is a Pyro Goblet. I'm not seeing the vape damage bonus at all, man. Holy, where did the damage go? I'll answer that in a bit. Let me just try to get this out of the way. Whew, we just barely got it. Jesus. There you go. Okay. Oh, hey Oblivion. How's it going? I got one character, so I got enough for one character, I assume guaranteed. Out of Nefair, Lorma, and Durin, which is the best option? I have Venti and Mona for the Hexeray. I have Malwika as a limited DPS. Okay, so you have one Pyro DPS. Your options given are Nefair. Okay, Nefair is out of the question because Nefair without Lorma literally loses a majority, like 30% damage. So now you only have two choices. Choice number one is Lorma. Choice number two is Durin. What does Lorma do to your potential account? Simple. Do you play any Bloom teams at all? If the answer is yes, then Lorma is going to be the go-to for you, because I think, I haven't made a video yet, but I believe Hyper Bloom, I haven't calculated the Hyper Bloom or Nilo Bloom, but basically Lorma is the savior of Bloom teams to actually make those particular teams compete with today's standards of like difficult content. Durin's value, he's a good unit, but he only becomes better if you're looking for off-field Pyro applicator that isn't Shengling, because he does have the ability to refund his energy, so his ER requirements are not that bad. But he also, if you don't have other, like, I mean, you do have Durin Mona, right? And Durin Venti, so you have a 2-core. Like, Venti can run Viridescent Triple EM or Favonius Bow, and Mona can just be, let's say you have Constellations on your Mona, so you can probably run the new Heaven's Edict set, I forgot what it's called. The new Hexeray support set to get more damage bonus over there. So you could probably pair that together with Durin, and you should have a very strong 2-core. Granted, I think I'll be farming the new set when the new Stygian drops, but I don't know whether I'll get anything good. So I'm not going for Lohen, so I can't really... I'm not going for either Lohen or Nicole, so I can't really say anything for that. But maybe once I get a full set, I can probably look at the numbers like factually. I'm getting Zibai and Sandrone later. Hopefully we have enough pulls to get Sandrone because Sandrone is rumored to be 6.7. The final patch of Not Cry. Okay, what else? Do you think we'll be able to pick up the same character constellation in 2.0? No. But the thing is, from what Rem told me, the wording is that you can't pick the same character, but supposedly if every anniversary that constellation selector resets, correct me if I'm wrong? So it's like within the 1 year patch, you can only select like one constellation per character that you own. But supposedly there's like a wording that says that every anniversary it will reset, so you can pick the same character again. A Stellar Fortuna can be obtained for characters that you have not obtained, or characters who have already obtained a Stellar Fortuna from this. Yeah. I feel like it's like, I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not sure if I can really say anything about it. But for the most part, you can only get one constellation. Although, to be honest, I think they should make it so that it resets once a year. If they refresh it once a year, then you can actually slowly work towards higher constellations. And especially with how strong some of the C2s are, it's actually kind of insane. Oh, Yelan. I have enough of Zibai and Columbina. I have Linnea and Lumi is cute, yes. Yahoo! Favorite character for real. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, we don't know. Maybe it'll reset. Maybe they'll hear our pleas, but I'm not gonna cope too much about that. I'll just believe in the idea of it. I'm not gonna guarantee anything. I'm not gonna say anything that I can't get confirmed. Let's go, Mono Hydro. I don't even have to do Nouvellette, man. They just add 2 units? Yeah, they probably do that though. You know, can they like fucking... I'm convinced that they have some data that we don't, that Rising is actually more profitable than we think. Because I refuse to believe... I genuinely refuse to believe the idea that we can't get Risely in the goddamn constellation selector. It's actually so tilting. It's just genuinely so tilting at this point. Like, why are they doing this to us? Why are they doing this? What is the point? What is the benefit? Thanks for the advice, no worries. At Risley and Linne, that's the thing, that knowing them, there's a chance that they will not even add it at all. And that's what's concerning for me. Rather than concerning, it's more so triggering for me because it's like, come on, bro. I kind of screwed that up, but sure. Can I actually play the game? Ah, you miss. Why are you there? Oh my god. I flew up in the air and it was like, I'm going to slash you. Screw that, man. There you go. 12 stars, sub 30 minutes. Oh my god, this automod so cringe. Okay, I'm gonna go look at automod real quick. It's like, oh, they being held back, this being held back because of this thing. And I look at the word and it's like, oh, it's literally nothing. Oh look, 920,000. And that's just a regular R5 title Shadow Malwika. Okay, where the hell is this stupid automod setting? I'm so tired of this shit. Yeah, we don't have too much. I meant Sandrone, not Columbina. Yeah, because Columbina already passed. Hold on, let's see if I can find the filtering words. Auto mod, less filtering. Some filtering? Nah, I put less filtering. I am the physical filter. Omitted terms and phrases. Did I not add that? Oh. There? Okay, there you go. I hope that doesn't reset. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, that's which account is that again? 17 clears on Imaginum Theatre. I'm gonna keep repeating this code because I'm gonna hold it like I'm a fucking title holder or something. Good morning, hey morning. Nobody requested any clear, yeah. So far nothing, so that's great. You make playing math look easy? If you can practice the combo, it's not too difficult. But you still need a good team though. Male character enjoyer. Male character enjoyer and a womanly looking underage male character enjoyer. That's a mouthful of words. Okay, you got two options. We got the one about Barbeloff and Hydromancy, and the one about the Emperor, which I assume is talking about the Emperor of Kenria or something. How's the new Abyss? Pretty simple. Also, you're on YouTube. Wow. Okay, Chowder, you can choose between one of the two, whichever one you prefer. Both of them are pretty cool. The new Abyss is not that bad, but I think it depends on the owner. I think most people wouldn't really have too much problems there. Unless they have no Dendro units, they have no Hyperbloom teams, they have no Luna teams, they have no Pyro DPS build, which is that's a lot of checks. And to be honest, at that point, that means the only characters you have is like what, Skirk. But ain't no way there's an account that only has Skirk though. I'm not home, so I'll be here for now. All right. Emperor is less common. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Emperor is less common. That is true. Star, I've seen quite a few Star, but Emperor and Empress is not very common. 2027 GTA 6. Do you know my favorite part about GTA 6 is the meme? The meme is just like, I can't believe we're getting X thing before GTA 6. So the meme's just gonna continue. Like, they just released the trailer and they were like, alright, we'll disappear for they'll appease the people for now, our fans for now, and let's leave for the next like 5 years. And I didn't know this, but I was browsing some social media for a little bit. And apparently, according to a comment, GTA 5 was released in 2013. It has been 13 years before a new installment. And I would also say that I feel like Rockstar shot themselves in the foot, because if GTA 6 is not as hype as it is, it's literally gonna there's gonna be a lot of backlash. I did myself, I always got Emperor. I mean, from all the accounts that I've done, I think Emperor is not as common as Star, I think. But I would say it's not bad though. It's pretty decent. Alright, that's 2 of the thing clear. I think we're just gonna chill for maybe another 5 to 10 minutes. And if there's nothing, then I think we'll just end the Genshin stream for that. Let me see. Did I mark that as red? I did. Actually, Nagatoro hasn't appeared yet. Survivor bias. Yeah, there is that survivor buyership. We've gotten a few Emperors, but I think both of them are not too common though. It's gonna tank the market if it's not near perfect. Yeah, I feel like they're shooting themselves in the foot. And to make things, I guess you could say even worse, on one end it's like, what's the word for it? On one end, they released like 2 trailers for GTA 6, which look really, really good. And if all of that was like using in-game models or in-game footage, then that would actually be really good. But at the same time, it also sets a very high expectations for their loyal fans. And the crazy thing is GTA 5 has been around for so long with all the custom RP content that like, it's like that in its own way, it's like a group of loyals, you know? Horizon 6? Nah, I don't know, man. I gotta finish GTA, then I'll think about it. Hades, I kind of want to finish Hades, but I talked to my friend about this, and to be honest, it's kind of redundant. Making the enemies harder isn't gonna make the gameplay more different. What I enjoyed about Dead Cells is that not every single run can never truly be the same. Because in Hades, I feel like they give you the options of the weapons that's already available, so you just choose whichever one you want to go for. And then once you escape once, you can make it even harder to gain more points and farm all the other stuff, right? But what I like about Dead Cells is that there is no difficulty slider. I think there might be a difficulty slider. There is no difficulty slider. You can add a few modifiers to make it easier or harder, or like make it funny and gimmicky. But every run is not the same, because whatever weapons and skills that you get can never be like you're never gonna get the same thing. On one end, you can get like the worst dog shit fucking weapon that does like 0 damage and you just die in like the first 4 levels. On the other hand, you can like get a random legendary that literally makes or break the whole run. Like that's what I love about Dead Cells, because there's so many cool weapons that I didn't even know exist. When I find them, I was like, wait, what is this weapon? Oh my god, it's so cool. It's like a reference to another thing. Like I know there's a weapon that's a reference to Shovel Knight. There's one that's a reference to Hyperlight Drifter. I think there even is the Half-Life crowbar as an actual weapon, and the modifier is literally like you do more damage if you break a door. You do more damage if you break a door and hit the enemy on the other side. I'm like, what the fuck? That was like so funny, man. It's like, what do you mean? Let me just casually find an enemy next to the door and get a crit. That's crazy. Oh, thanks for the follow. Yeah, how you want a big RP server creator so it could be part of the experience? Yeah, they would be there. 2 billion on GTA 6? Jesus Christ. Like, I'm convinced that that amount is quite literally just paying the employees. So like, I don't know what they're cooking in GTA 6. I think here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna assume and I'm gonna reckon that GTA 6 is gonna be run using Unreal Engine 5. And chances are they're probably, aside from creating the story, they probably are trying to optimize like the city to maybe like, I don't know, let's say imagine cyberpunk graphics, but Unreal Engine 5, but GTA 6, you know? That's what I have in mind. Like imagine what the level of like really big world that cyberpunk had, but you get it for, what's that thing called again? You get it for like GTA 6. But this time you're in Unreal Engine 5, which the requirements for your PC to run it is going to be higher than older games. But, you know, it looks pretty good. You know, like, finally they can live up to its name being called Unreal. The graphics look so good, it's almost unreal. Actually, no, the graphic looks so one-to-one with real life that it's unreal. How many times do you stream in a week? Not very often, though. Rockstar uses in-house engines all the time. Yeah, they have their own in-house engine. But I'm trying to imagine like they're trying to do something to compete with like that one. What's that thing called again? They're trying to do something to make it compete with Unreal Engine 5. I don't know, because the trailer that I saw looked pretty good though. I pirated before the game officially released. Oh yeah, Subnautica. Now Subnautica being leaked 2 days doesn't really do anything. And speaking of which, I think supposedly the game is in early access, and tomorrow I'm gonna take a day off. I mean, Sunday is always my day off, but this time I'm taking a day off of actual content creation so that I can play Subnautica 2 early access with my friend. I'm actually quite excited though, because it is intended to be co-op if I remember correctly. Will it run on 3060? I don't know. Maybe it will. I knew about Subnautica 2 from the trailer they released a while back, and they seem to imply that the protagonists from Below Zero, the first game, and Below Zero are gonna meet each other. Like one is swimming and the other one is in sea moth, and then they show like a hint of a massive behemoth. So I assume that it's definitely gonna be co-op, or if not with an NPC. So that's gonna be interesting though. So that means they're gonna have to make content to cater towards co-op. Because when I played co-op, the first game co-op, which I finished, I didn't exactly finish the game on stream, but I did finish it with doing the co-op mod. I think, what's that mod called again? There's a special name for that mod. We use a mod to play co-op Subnautica, but it did break quite a lot of things here and there. Like the graphics was jank. Like I made a chair inside the Cyclops, and the reason why we did that is because like for some reason whenever one person pilots the Cyclops, whenever someone moves the Cyclops, the hitbox of the second player doesn't exist, so they just like phase out of existence and just get pushed back into the water. So to fix that, what we did was that we grabbed the builder, we made a chair right next to the hull, and then one person would control the Cyclops and the other person would just be sitting there and just slowly like phasing out of reality. I love that so much though. Drake dropped 3 albums at once. That is such a Drake thing. Not the other today. I mean, we only got like 1. We did 1 clear for Theater, we did 1 clear for Abyss, and that's about it. If there's no request, then I'm probably gonna end the Genshin stream in like a few minutes. I haven't seen that burst animation in so long. Jesus Christ. Dude, trash. Yo, watch out, bro. The Drake fans are gonna come out. I mean, I don't have anything to think about Drake. I'm not into the rap industry, so I don't really know too much. He's made some hit songs. Pretty big guy, pretty big producer. And then there's Kendrick Lamar just forever like dissing him for as long as I can remember. I don't know, it's just like, honestly, the funniest things about rappers making tracks is just hearing them trying to diss each other. You just think of like some of the most creative insults ever. Like the whole Kendrick Lamar stuff was like, what's the word for it? It's just funny. And then there's the MGK Eminem way. The meme with MGK is that he got wrecked so bad because MGK made a diss track about Eminem's daughter that M came out with Kill Shot, and he got this to another genre. Holy, I remember that. Haven't heard a single one, never will. Yeah, Kendrick makes some really good stuff though. If I were to choose between Drake or Kendrick, I think I'm more into Kendrick over Drake. Isn't it his video where he had this video where he's writing something and the house is on fire or whatnot? Or is it like his music video or is it something else? Like I don't know if, because I remember there is this one video where, you know, there's this meme where every time someone says something fire, they put an image of this pirate called Blackbeard writing this thing, and he's using like a fire lamp, like that, right? And I know there's this one music video where the guy there's this one like short clip when someone says something, they send it as a GIF, and it's this guy, he's writing something and the paper's like on fire and the house is on fire. It's like when someone says something so good that it's fire, then they just share the GIF, and it's just this guy writing on a quill, not a regular pen, no, on a quill on a parchment paper, and the paper is burning away. My theater will be forever delayed. I mean, you could just let me know though, because I didn't add your name to the list, so I didn't know. Is that the video? Kanye best? Yeah, he's not Kanye anymore. You know what's funny about about Kanye? Every time I look at the current Kanye and I compare it to like, he has in one song, is it Graduation or something? I forgot what that song. Where he has this lyric where it says, "I miss the old Kanye, straight off the block Kanye" or something. I don't know the exact lyrics, but I've heard it in a mashup before, and I was like, wow, is this song just never been more true? I miss the good old days when all they did was make music. No, none of this beef politics stuff. And can I actually hit this thing? Thank you. There you go. Yeah, I'll do yours. Just message me and say something in Discord, so I'll log into yours immediately after this. Young Thug. That's so funny. 2-year-old beef. Bro had a beef for so long, he spent 2 years writing an album. And I mean, to be honest, right? To be completely frank, if rappers didn't have beef with each other, we wouldn't be getting a lot of songs. It's like, what's the word for it? It's like them dissing each other and trying to make mixtapes out of it. It's literally fueling the entire industry or something. Wait, why didn't he diss me yet? I need a justification to write a new album just dedicated to dissing. Young Thug's in prison? Yeah, Young Thug is in prison. Alright, let me do this first. Ow. Okay, he did. You know, also, what's with rapper names that has like Young Lil? Any Young Lils in chat? young Lad, Lil Bro. These names, man, I can't every time I see like another rapper with that name, I almost can't take them seriously. I think Lil is like not a very common name and like common like title nowadays, right? The young mindset. I'm not gonna allow that, but yeah, you get the point. I'm not gonna allow that message. You get the point. One more question: how many Favonius weapons are needed for each type? Yes. I can't. Okay. Jokes aside, Oblivion. That answer to that question. It depends on how many supports there are that care about bursts. And you see, the unfortunate truth is that a lot of supports really they buff using their bursts. And when I say a lot, I mean quite literally almost all of them. So if you have the option to, don't refine your favs. Keep multiple copies. The more characters you build, especially if you're going for something like Imaginary Theatre, the more you should be saving all those favs. So I will say yes. Any sort of copies of fav you get, just save them, don't refine them. And then if you reach a point where, let's say you have 1 or 2 spares and you can afford to, let's say, save maybe like 2 copies of extra fav, and you have a few other extra copies where you can use to refine it, then you can try to do that. If you want to refine, I would say in today's economy, try to go for refinement 3. You don't have to go for refinement 5, because refinement 5 will make it so that every crit guarantees the buff, but R3 will put it, I think, 80% chance to trigger the passive whenever you trigger a crit, which is actually not bad. Like, I wish I could do a Control F fav right now, but I can't. Like, how many favs do I even have? We have, okay, let's count that. Let me take a sip of water. Let's count how many favs I have in this account. But we're going to count for like, by, what's the word for it? We're going to count by refinement, right? Okay, starting with the bow. 5. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. 5, 10, 15, 16, 21, 22. I think I had more than one though. 27, 29. Where's the next one? 34. 37, 38, 40, 42, 43, 48, 53, 55, 56, 57, 57, 62, 67, 72, 73, and I think I have some unleveled ones, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Have any spares? 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90, 91, 92, 93. 94. 95, 96. Almost 100 copies of fav. So to answer your question, yes, because as you can tell, even if I don't count the refinements, almost all my support characters literally use fav. So whenever you get any copies of fav, try to make it so that your support characters have at least 1 copy of like level 70 or level 85, depending on how much they care about energy recharge. And just try to, if you're trying to build towards Imaginary Theatre, just try to build whatever relevant supports that you're building, give them fav if they care about energy. If they don't care about energy, then they're probably not running fav, but I find that to be very, 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 very rare. So yes, happy affiliate. Oh, hey Rex, what up? Thanks. Alright. So let's go break the one last rock location and we'll do one Imaginary Theatre. I think I'm gonna close the theatre redeem there. Because based on what I'm seeing, it doesn't seem like anyone's struggling for this abyss. I guess I can take my time with the abyss then. Just relax for a little bit. As many as possible. Yes. As many as possible. If you already answered your own question. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing great. I think we're gonna do one theatre redeem. I don't know if it's Visionary or Lunar, but we'll have to see what that is. And then, yeah. What were you counting there? How many favs have I gotten? Because someone on YouTube asked, how many favs do you want to have of each weapon type? My answer is just yes. I can't even give a proper answer. I can't even give a proper answer. I mean, no, that is a proper answer because there's no such thing as not having enough favs. Because as they keep releasing more supports, the problem with Genshin right now is that fav is too overpowered because every single support character in the game or some DPS most of their power gets unlocked from their elemental bursts. Why is that a problem? Because that means Favonius, a weapon that not only gives you a lot of energy recharge, it has a passive that gives you energy particles, which the amount gets increased based on your energy recharge, is just straight up broken. You run a team with 4 favs, you don't have to run a single ounce of ER in your life. And like, is there any real support that doesn't care about fav? Burst. I guess that's Cookie, so that's why she's not on fav. Not really. Okay, what are the other supports? Yes. Burst. Well, she's not support, but yes. Burst, kind of. Actually, half of damage, 30% of her damage is from burst. 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 This, okay, I'm not gonna say burst, but yes, kind of. Yes. Half. Burst. Yes. Like, literally every support I see in my eyes right now care about their burst. Except for a select few characters, so... this is so dumb. Bow wow. The Venus Lance is high in demand, Codex, Greatsword, and less. So Codex and Greatsword is not that... It doesn't have that much of a demand, mostly because a lot of the Catalyst characters tend to not be supports. Like, let's say we do Claymore and Catalyst, right? Like, how many supports do you care about, Fav? Like, as Catalyst, we got 1, 2. She's a DPS, so she doesn't count. And that's it. You don't have that many Catalyst characters. There's only 2 Catalyst supports, and the rest are like straight up DPS. Okay, maybe there's more down here. And then what else? Not this line. Noelle does care about Fav. Yeah, Favonius. So that's Claymore. That's Catalyst. Mostly, she does have Cinder City. You can run Fav on her, but it's better to run like ER Sands with Trading Tails or something. Otherwise, you lose a lot of front power damage. Yeah, she can't trigger crits, so Fav doesn't do anything here. Yeah, but you can tell that a lot of the supports in the Catalyst category and the Claymore category, either they're straight up really bad, or they're super niche and they're bad, or they're just straight up not supports. While if you were to compare to the remainder of the group, I'm pretty sure most of the supports are either sword, bow, or polearm characters. So all 3 of these weapons I think are the high in demand when it comes to the Favonius weapons compared to the other 2. Now, Kokomi is one of the rare supports that doesn't want Fav because she cannot trigger the passive. So there's that there. I made a mistake refining some Favonius, but I have multiple copies, but only 1 bow and Greatsword. Greatsword is not that bad. It's like, you only really have a few characters that can use it, and a lot of the characters that can use it tend to be very underwhelming. Or, other words, not that great. But bow, though, oh my god. Bow, sword, polearm, holy... I have a few R5s, but I don't want to refine any more than that because at the rate that Hoyoverse is releasing support characters, right, or characters in general, I'm afraid that every new fucking support character, 5-star or 4-star, is just going to run Fav. And as someone who advocates for energy recharge, Fav is my favorite weapon. So yeah, enough of me yapping. Let's go do one theater run. Hopefully it's not going to be that much of a struggle. So let's go see what we got. Right. Has it been 2 hours yet? Almost 2 hours. Almost. Okay. Now then. It's if this is Visionary, this is gonna be the easiest 10-star. If this is Lunar, I'm going to be quite concerned because I believe the account is... This might actually be Lunar though. I'm kinda worried. But we'll have to see. Is this Asia? It's Asia. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna turn off the aircon. Because we are burning. It's Visionary. Oh, thank god. Thank god I can relax. Is the blurb even working? I don't hear anything. Oh, is my volume just too low? That's funny. Yeah, I don't hear it. It says the thing comes up, but I don't hear it. It's like silent. Hold on, let me double check. And it doesn't seem to be. There's nothing wrong there. Let's see if I can. What's the audio properties? No, nothing wrong. So weird. It's always broken. I'm just giving up at this point. Unclaimed rewards.
Why are you running?
Okay, now it works. There you go. I heard it. All right. Why do you have? All right. This is the rare. This is the rare account where you're saving the rewards. What are you saving exactly? Debut, right? You've already gotten all the. We've never gotten the Luna. Okay, that's interesting. So this is the owner requested that we don't claim because it's emergency funds. But I guess you have like what? Just remind yourself to claim it in 2 weeks because I'm not gonna claim it for you. Yeah, I can see why this is visionary now. I can see why this is. Oh my god! Where are the units? Oh boy! Oh boy! We need help. Holy, where are the units? Okay, at least the lineage. Oh my god. Okay, what? It's on Chaska. Okay, let's take Chaska. Let's take Chaska's artifact. We're just gonna constantly steal this. Okay, now he's not completely worthless, right? How do I? How? Okay, there is no Luna, right? Oh, holy fuck. What? Why are you here? Is there? Okay, there's a level 80 Russ. Okay, it's a. Okay, we have 2 refinements. It's fine. It's like 20% damage bonus, right? What are the stats? Can we get 4 shipment now? Holy. Holy fuck me in the balls. Okay, Klee. Wait, no, Hu Tao. Hu Tao doesn't even have a max. What is the Hu Tao build? I'm waiting to roll out a stellar mode or whatever, needing 40 characters. Yeah, they should. You know what? Hoyoverse? Anyone in Hoyoverse? If you need any advice when it comes to Imagine Theater stuff, just hit me up. My Discord link is open. My email is open. So that one day when I stream, I can just giggle to myself and be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, did you guys do try to build lots of characters? As for why, wink wink." And I just hint. I just hint towards something, but I'm not gonna say what it is. I would love to do that though. I would love to just like work together with her and be like, oh, and I'll have access to the creator server, and then I'll just put out the guide day one, be like, massive thanks to Hoyoverse because they reached out to me to give suggestions on how to improve Imaginum Theater. And with that said, welcome to the new and final difficulty of Imaginum Theater, the Stellar mode, requiring 32 characters.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman.
I have R5 Russ. You do?
Rise and
I do not see the R5 Russ at all. I see R1. You do not have R5. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna take R5 because let's be completely honest. You are not. There is no reason for you to save this. Literally, the only other person who can use this weapon is DPS Venzi. We're gonna refine this to increase the chances. You get lots of this from the thing anyways. Okay. Yoimiya does something now. Let's try to give it a create circlet. Surely we have some decent stats, right? It only goes up to R4, it's fine. Like 30% normal damage bonus is like quite a lot. Oh fuck, where are the Pyro Goblets? It's on Klee. Klee's not gonna be the star of the show. Wait, how is your talents? Okay, it's not worthless. Okay, good. Good. Why is it on Elemental Mastery? Why is this not locked? Okay, you have fodder, right? Okay, you have fodder. Is this? No, you do not. Why is that unlocked? This one actually no, that might be worth something. Okay, this one actually is trash. This one's actually genuine trash. How much is that? Yeah, that one is actually trash. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god, where are the okay, I'm not even gonna max that out. I'm not even gonna max that out. I mean, you can reroll, I guess. Copium. Copium, you can reroll, surely. Any other pieces that could be worth throwing away? That one is 20C. Is it better than what you have? Everything is just a roll in the dice. Everything is just a roll in the dice. That's 68 EM. I'm not even sure if we should sacrifice that. That one we can throw away, maybe. We have one. Okay, we have one double crit. One double crit. Please, Hoyoverse. Please. Okay, a roll crit damage. It's not worthless. Crit rate? Okay. Okay, it's not completely worthless. Where is the crit rate? Wait, what? This is crit damage? That's not crit rate. ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。何これ？何これ皆さん。Okay. Hey, can we at least bring this up? Yeah, none of these are worth anything. Okay, crit damage. Please. Please, crit damage. Okay, please, one roll crit damage. Oh, you fuck. Okay, you know what? At least it's better than nothing. Okay, it's decent. Oh my god. Okay, Hu Tao, our next hope. I need to fix you, my lady. Is there even any... Okay, let me sort by any Crimson Witch. No Mare Sussy. Any Crimson Witch? No? Crimson Witch. Crimson Witch in Flames. Okay, well, what are the creators look like? Don't you have early access? No, I don't. I don't sign in for the creator program because the one downside is that if you do sign in for the creator program, you actually don't have access to what's the thing called again? You cannot talk about leaks at all. And to be honest, and they also kind of don't want you to shit talk Hoyo to some sense. And I kind of wanna, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like the idea of shit talking Hoyo. After all, some of their decisions are not necessarily the best. So, oh, 2x. Oh, it's almost maxed out. One more roll? Okay, it's not completely worthless. That Pyro Goblet should be locked. Why is it not locked? Do you have any better Pyro Goblets? Yeah, I did see that. Okay, Lini has a good one. Okay, this one's decent. That one is completely garbage. Okay, Shangling. You can have this, baby. You can have this, Oppa. And we are going to do this. 4-line, max roll. Come on. Double crit max roll. Okay. Crit damage. Yo! How does Yellow talk about leaks? He's no longer part of the creator program, I think. Yo! Chat! 42 CB! Song request? Yeah, let me turn that on. Alright, YouTube frogs, no more songs. I'm gonna pause it. Hey, song request, where's my Nightbot? Oh my god. 42 CV! Is that the highest crit rate? That's gotta be the highest crit rate piece on your account. This is why I say, right, chat? Streamer luck is real, but only when I roll on your account. The luck doesn't exist on my account. I mean, it does exist in my account, but it exists in moderation. Okay, why is this not tuning? Go. No, this will increase the chances. So I think that means I can run a crit damage circuit, right? Can I run a crit damage circuit now? Okay, we don't have a max HP piece. Oh, we do? Oh. There's so many potential pieces, man. Okay, attack percent. Okay, crit damage. Okay, crit damage again. We need something. You know, I'm gonna be the judge of this. That's healing bonus with ER. Keep that. Come on. Crit rate or crit damage. Please. At least it can be reshaper. Okay, what about this? That's already pretty decent. I thought I saw a double crit just now. Is there no double crit? No Shiminawa onset, right? No Shiminawa on set. That's fine. Let's just lock this for now. This one's decent. Okay, what are her stats right now? It's actually decent. Oh my god, it's not worthless. I'll bring this to level 12. I will just leave it there. We have no consumables. No? Okay. Just one level. Okay, it's crit rate. Okay, that's decent now. Okay, what are the talents? Triple eight. Okay. Okay, we got that. Lini should be very solid though. 8175. Yeah, Lini will be our strongest potential form. Okay, so we got 3 DPS here. We can invite one person, and that's it. I'm gonna assume the supports are good. But I don't live with my own assumptions, so we're gonna double check. Okay, even if she... Okay, we gotta steal this from someone. You know what? Let me just double check. I'm sure there's like... No, actually no. All your emblem. You have so many artifacts. Yo, you gotta go. You gotta jump in the strongbox, my dude. You have to jump in the strongbox. That ER, yeah, that's on Sarah. That's a keepable one. That's a kind of a worthless double crit, but it's the only double crit you have. We don't have fodder for this though. I would love to take that and see how well it goes. But I'll take this for now. We don't have any worthless fodder, okay. Is this a piece I rolled last time? Why is that 15 crit rate? That's 100% a piece I rolled last time. Just lock whatever pieces that you don't want to get rid of. That's still decent. We're not using Lisa now, so I think we can take the Kea one. Okay, ER Sans, we have 2 pieces. He's already on a Pyro Goblet. It's already pretty decent. Onset? Off. Okay, it's onset. Crit rate circlet. Keep that one. Is this worthless? That is in fact worthless. Okay. Oh, that's crit damage circlet. Ooh. If it's all crit damage, crit damage is not that valuable. Crit rate's quite rare. So... Now here's the question. Do I take this? Do I take this from Sino? What does your Sino even... Actually, no, I don't... You know what? Your Sino can survive without crit rate circlet. I think she's fine. He's fine. It's only 1 crit damage roll, right? Yeah, it's actually just worthless. You can get anything that's better. I don't know why your Sino's on emblem, but... Alright. Alright. 2 crit damage rolls. 2 crit damage rolls. 2 crit damage rolls. 4 line. 4 line. If not EM2. Please. I need this. Okay, yeah, you know what? Fuck this game. Maybe I shouldn't be so desperate. Wait, you know what? Let me double check. I'm sure there's like a bunch of artifacts here. Oh my god. Okay. No. 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 Keep. No. 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 Why is there so many... Why is there so many things? Why is there so many things? Okay, there you go. Just give me 1 crit damage roll, man. Come on. Oh, I hate this game so much. At least it's not bad. Okay. Okay. What about you? 150 ER. Level 1 5 lance is better than nothing. I must have touched this account like ages ago. I 100% must have touched this account ages ago. Has the current abyss made you happy? Not happy, but not unhappy either. So I'm kind of neutral about that. I think the right word would be to say I'm indifferent. I'm rather indifferent to the abyss. That's it. Okay, what about Barbara? Actually, we don't need healing, so Barbara's just gonna be there for the sake of being there. I know with rain, what? What? Huh? Huh? Flameforge? Flameforge? Flameforge. You know what? Screw it. I believe in a 5. Any crit stats? No crit stats. Let's just take Flameforge. I changed my mind. Level 20, it's refinement. Why is it refinement 1? There you go. Okay, 24 energy, good. That's all that matters. Sing Chu, 248 ER, good. Klee, I will have to fix you a little bit. Witsif, R5. Hex array not done. Unfortunately, she's not a witch. I guess we'll just cry in the corner then. Any other Pyro Goblet options? Okay, we do have 1 or 2 decent options. But she's not going to be there for the DPS, so we're going to leave it at that. That is a gladiator piece of all time. That is definitely a gladiators. Where are your gladiators? Damn. All these characters leveled up and there's not that much gladiators? That's kind of crazy though. Okay. That's fine. Or, well, I guess what I could do is just not run Shiminawa, right? We can just run a create circlet. Do we have a create circlet around here? We can use like an off-piece create circlet. Yesn't? Yesn't. So she has some decent stats now. Okay. Tinari, I don't care about Tinari. Sackbow, that's fine. Mona, 190 ER5 Codex. Crit rate, bare bone. Lock that for me real quick. Energy, I think I've definitely touched this account before. I definitely can smell that. I've become so numb. I've become so numb indeed. MED. Why is your MED cracked? Why is your MED better than literally everyone else in your account? What is this? Oh, fuck. Bro went all in on everything except the DPS. You have a better piece. Wait, no. Where's your Dendro? Do you have a Dendro Goblet? No, right? Yeah, I remember this. This account doesn't have a Dendro Goblet. Attack Goblet's still decent. That's a lock. That's 100% a lock. I don't know why this is not locked. Okay. That's a 15 crit rate. I swear to God, like, I see so many different traces of me touching the account that I can just be like, I can smell a build that is fixed. It's been forged in fire. Okay, jokes aside, let's count the DPS. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can clear Visionary, but definitely 9 Stellas might actually be a bit of a struggle. Okay, we got Kinish for that. The first 4x, maybe we can bring Yoimiya or Hu Tao or something. Linny, okay, you know what? Maoika, where's Maoika? Yeah, give me a C6 Maoika. Thank goodness you have a whale friend. Why is his stats ass? Man. What about the Nefair though? That's not that great actually. I mean, it could be better. It's missing 20 crit rate with Reliquary. Is this one of those C6 R5 people that they were like, okay, we just grab whatever we can and call it a day? Well, I 100% gonna feel that. What about this? Ah, it's fine. It's C6 Mamoika. He's got more damage anyways. Alright, I think we have to bring everyone here. PMC, what does PMC have? At least in this city? Okay, it's in this city. The rest doesn't matter. D-Luke. D-Luke. At this point, I'm just tempted to run him as an EM guy. Like, legit, I think the best thing to do with D-Luke is to run Burgeon D-Luke. Let me see if I can find this. Let me go run a full Burgeon D-Luke. I know I saved that piece for a reason. Okay, what level is he? Level 70, that's decent. You see, the best D-Luke team is Burgeon D-Luke. Don't let anybody else tell you otherwise. He's not gonna be doing damage. You're not playing ordinary D-Luke. Let's pretend like that's not a thing. EM. Alright, how much EM can we get? I think the other piece has more EM, I think. Yeah, there's no leveled up EM. I think there's a crit damage piece with like a lot of EM. It's on Chaska, okay. But that one is 60 EM. You know what? May as well give him a bit of stats, right? He's running 3 Cinder. He has decent crit stats. Omega Scamor. Let's go. EM D-Luke for the win? Yeah, EM D-Luke for the win. I need water. Alright. Let's get this done in half an hour so I can take my mind off. Let's go. Vaporize buff. We needed to get carried. Vaporize buff again. Still needed to get carried. 1 character. Yao Yao. 2 characters.
みんなのお世話をするよ
Emiri is kind of... Okay, Emiri is too early.
サンプルを取りに行こう
The wave attack hits like a truck. The wave attack does hit pretty decently. But if you go for the vaporize buff, which I think I need it here, then it doesn't matter too much. But it's nice to get a bit of extra damage there. Like a few like 4k. I think 4k extra DPS is pretty decent. Although the wave, the best part about the wave isn't actually the damage because it actually applies Hydro too. So that's why like just now we ran a Maoika team with Barbara, And that Barbara ring alone, paired together with the wave, was able to supplement enough hydro to make Maoika vape every single CCD, which is kind of nicer. Alright. Good old Kirara jump scare, why not? The usual.
神悟り水遊
どうぞ受け取りかはあやるか面白くなってきた風神様
よっ
Let's go, Ayato.
とせ
ここであんたを潰す
三尺の修正
That?
行くぞ水圧
総流水泳
Does the wave have no ICD? The ICD is based on your active character.
よっせふんし
はやっ
There you go.
安らかに
I mean, one way. Yeah, I believe it's based on your active character.
た面白くなってきた風神様のお告げです水圧
So if the condition permits it, if the wave triggers vape, you can actually get upwards of 100k. If you get like a bunch of Resh Shred. That's such an early Maoika. Holy, that's a joke. Oh, that's good. Do I need more characters or do I want to get more VUPs? You know what? I need that 30% Resh Shred. We can believe in the buffs. Let's try to get a sub 30 minute. Let's try to get a sub 30 minute. I wanna get off Genshin. I wanna get off Genshin. Let's see. Got you. We got you. Barbara jump scare. And Yao Yao jump scare. Actually, I can just put Yao Yao. Oh yeah, I can do that. Eh. Oh, that's wrong button.
荷物です
Wow, burning.
動かないでねトン燃えよあ痛いに飛んでけ
Wow. I love these enemies. So nice. So nice. Oh, Pyro Traveler for the vape. Pyro Traveler for the vape. Okay, now what do we do though? Okay, Dendro characters here don't help. I can get the max out vape buff. No, I need to get the max out vape buff. This is non-negotiable. Oh. I can get one burning buff, so in the worst case scenario, we can try to buff the damage. I didn't know that? Yeah. Oh, you mean the pyrotech? Yeah. Yeah, those enemies are really nice. You just have to like burn them to oblivion so they just die. Because that's the whole mechanic. There's a bar above their head, and if you can fill the bar by applying a lot of pyro. Because burning actually triggers pyro. Burning is actually behaves like pyro. So it does pyro damage 4 times per second. So the whole trick is just like apply pyro, turn into Kirara in transportation mode, and just go hit them like run, walk left and right, left and right, left and right. And you know, the sad thing is that I figured this out after I released the guide. So now I can't exactly just like put that in there. But at least for future runs, I'll try to remember to do that if burning happens to be one of the few options. But I remember one of the comments did say that they did run like a Yunfei team around that idea. So that was pretty cool. Tinari jump scare? Tinari jump scare. Let's go. Actually, not Tinari. What's his character called again? Yao Yao? Yao Yao.
三尺の修正
ゆえぐい面白くなってきた灼熱閃光風の名字
剣栄よ
Ooh. Yo, Ayato doing 20k. That's insane. Ayato doing 20k.
と
風神様のおきゃ燃やし尽くし
よっとよっ神悟り水
Oh no, we don't have burst.
剣栄よよっ
Oh no, we don't have the normal attack buff.
と正
Oh, if we had enough energy, I think it would be quite doable. Nice. It's not too close though. And I did a YouTube video after they published as well. Yeah, I could technically do that, but I think it's fine. It's a very minor part though. It's a very minor thing, so I'm not too worried about it. Can Kinish clear this? I think Kinish can barely clear this. Okay, we need Deya here. I think we need Deya for a lot of pyro. So we can try to cope with that amount.
よっはあ安らかに
面白くなってきた燃やし尽くして手加減なしだぜ
総流水泳せっと
水圧灼熱せ
兼用よよっ
I can't believe we're running hyper carry Aya though, isn't that insane?
三弱の
So it's gonna go to the other side. He didn't?
面白くなって
Okay, that's interesting.
行くぞ
There you go.
総流水泳とせっしふっせし
Oh, he didn't do that. Wow.
行きましょう輝くコブラの姿
やっしせっとよっ安らかに
Can't believe we're actually doing this, so I'm not gonna lie.
面白くなってきたセピロスやるか
Ayato! They just bring this guy back with like 4 million HP in Stygian. It's not gonna be 4 million, it's gonna be 10 million HP. There's gonna be a shield mechanic. Because somebody in Stygian has a hard fetish boner, gets a raging boner every time there's a shield mechanic. The thing is, if they give Mago Kenki 40 million HP with no like mechanics, I think people will be okay with that. Because all you gotta do is like kill him in 2 minutes. So the DPS, like, it's not gonna be that harsh. But knowing them, they're probably gonna be like, oh look, now the Mago Kenki has like 8 million HP and there's a shield mechanic. And how do you play around the mechanic? Well, you just have to stay within melee range and you have to play this you have to stay in melee range and you have to use any physical attacks. Any attacks that hit him physically, or I don't know, some dumb shit like that, right? If you bring ranged characters, you literally just do 0 damage. He just blocks all your characters. He wants a duel, so he wants a mano-e-mano kind of shit going on. He wants you to go like mano-e-mano, but like come 1v1 me right now kind of vibe, you know? That's probably what they're gonna do. And no, you know what they could do? You guys remember the Shenhe and Visage Echoes? They would literally do the same thing. Oh, you see this guy has a shield mechanic. You have to, it doesn't shield any particular element, but you have to play this specific way and have to like make it perfect in order to break the shield. Then once you break the shield, then he'll actually be damageable. New Genshin bosses ruin me. Kenki's main problems is the iframes. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Kenki actually can kill you. Kenki moves around. He fights like a warrior. Every other boss in the game, he fights like he's about to clock out because he doesn't get paid for overtime. That's why I hate the new bosses, man. Like seriously though. I should have gotten Dendro. What am I doing? Ah, whatever. Xingqiu it is. Actually, Mona Xingqiu. We'll do Mona.
仕方あり
Like
ませんね
new Genshin bosses stall so hard. It's like they want to get things done with because they don't get paid for overtime. Like after the 2-minute timer is done, it's like, oh nice, I managed to keep my HP up. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Fucking clocks out, and then the Stygian onslaught just gets locked out, and you're like, oh sorry, the Radiant Moon Gecko is currently on leave. He'll come back 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. That's his work hours. He doesn't get paid for overtime. They should just do that at that point. It's like past a certain time, you just cannot do the Stygian because the Gecko decides to go home. Oh, okay. Let's get this done. Enough yapping. This one should be... I mean, Barbara's kind of useful. I guess I could use Diluc here. Yeah, I could do Diluc here.
見えないだろこの振りの剣
裁きを
よっついてきてよっ試練満員だよそれよっ
Oh, I actually got the pyro thing up. Oh no.
一応目を覆えばふんそれ下がれ
No, you don't.
見えないだろ音が聞こえ
I'm tired, boss. Yep.
るそれ燃えよほれよっめくれましふんそれ試練満員だよ短所鉄拳そこだ
判決を
Fly.
見えないだろやっふんやっ
There you go. Stall this guy. No, 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 you don't.
音が聞こえる
You know, Inari till this day is still one of my favorite characters. It sucks. Actually, to be honest, it kind of sucks that he's a standard character. Not gonna lie.
火炎よ燃やし尽くせ
めくれましそれふん
死をもて
I wish he wasn't standard, so he could actually be a good unit.
ほれ行くぞ
But yet again,
満員だよ
you know, there's all hate though.
せい
So I don't know.
一応目を覆えばふん見えないだろそれふんやっ動かないで燃えよそこだ
Yeah, I should probably reduce the audio a little bit. I can leave and come back, right? I hope I can leave and come back. I think the audio is a bit too loud.
一応目を覆えばそれやっ音が
I'll try to reduce it in a bit.
よっせっ
裁きを受けよ
やっ
I mean, to be honest, I kind of don't want to hit the game too. So that's also a me thing.
めくれましそれやっそれ試練満員だよ
I used to struggle with these stages without Gene or Venti. I never thought of just using taunts and doing pacifist tactics. I love the pacifist tactic. Like my favorite one is there are certain options back then. I don't think they do it again now. There are certain options where you get like what? One secret source automaton, the hunter seeker guy. And then the other option is like one random erode avatar of lava. So you just like hit him, do a bit of damage. You just do a bit of damage, and then you just you do a bit of damage, and then you just go AFK. And then every like 20 seconds do that again. So you can just AFK for the next like 20, like 30, 40 seconds or something. Or the next 2 to 3 minutes. Hold on. If you have to reset, no, it doesn't reset. It continues based on where you last left off. Ooh. I can get 2 buffs from 1 character. Let's get more events. I love getting more events. Now I actually kind of want the MED. I'll get the Bennett right there. Okay, let me leave first. It doesn't cancel the thing. It just resumes based on the last one. Unfortunately, I can't open. I can't open the settings here. That's so dumb. I can't open the settings because I'm in a different room. What about a different room prevents me from changing the settings? Like, I'm just trying to imagine. What's the logic behind that? It is dumb. Yeah, I know. I know. There you go. Yeah, when you click continue performance, it just continues where you left off. So you don't really lose anything. Alright. Let's get that out of the way. We're talking to Wolfie instead. I'm trying to understand what's the logic. Why is it that you can't open the settings there? There must be some spaghetti coding that I'm missing, right? There has to be, you know? There has to be some sort of spaghetti coding that I'm not quite getting there. Let's see. Barbara or Tinari. I mean, we have Shengling, so I don't have to care too much about that. There has to be some sort of spaghetti coding that's just getting catched up over there.
一応ね
タイムはない。判決を下す。かかったな。
一応目を覆えば
At least the burning's doing damage. That's nice.
獲物だ。赤熱の影よ、我が命を果たせ。
見えないだろ音が聞こ
Alice messing around? Yeah, true.
タイムはない。
Ah. Oh, he did the spinning thing. I haven't seen that in a while.
獲物だ。
There you go. It's a separate domain. Yeah, but it's like so weird that the way they code it, you know? Why even allow us to press the escape button if you don't want to do that? It's like you can do everything except for change the settings. It's like, make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Okay, there's only one character here. Perfect.
申し上げます
50, we can't afford anyone. Okay, we have an R1 MED. I don't see R1 MEDs every day, but this is one of the rare days where we're actually seeing one. That's kind of crazy though.
清掃を返す
俺が守るよ。それ。
師匠の技を食らいなさいウオパ
かかったな。
Is the Pyro Needle going sideways? It is going sideways, isn't it? The Pyro Needle is going sideways.
賛美します明日でしょ
獲物だ。 毛立ち三丁。火に気をつけろ。
The Pyro Needle is genuinely going sideways.
最高速
There you go. You can quit directly instead of having to leave the room. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Why do they even give us the option to open the screen when we don't even have the choice to do that? That in itself is already quite baffling. You used to glaze Emily? I mean, Emily is still good. Emily is still a good unit. I think the problem is that she's restricted to burning. Like, I enjoy playing Kinish. Oh my god, the song is pog. I love playing Kinish. Emily is such a simple... She's a very simple character, but she works. The problem is Emily only does damage. It's like Facial. If you take away everything that makes Facial, everything aside from taking damage. Like you take away Hexarray, you take away Ascension 4, her Ascension 4, and you take away her turret energy generation, which is really good. And that's all you have. So, oh, we can get 2 characters. I can probably invite a... Let me think. I might want to save the MED, right? So I can save the MED against a dog. I wonder if we can clear that though. We have to go invest into burning, I think. I'll bring the Malwika just in case. But I don't think we might have to miss 1 star, I think. I don't even get the burning buff. That's hilarious. Let's see. Let me just invest in a Xingqiu. I'm broke. Okay, great. No Dendro characters. We can run some sort of linear team, right? Yeah, we can run some sort of linear team. It is C6 Maoika, so we can at least get like 2 stars. I'm thinking about what we can do against the Act 9 though. Cryo Archon is Virgil's daughter. I swear to God, bro. I swear if it's another one of those. Provoking! To be honest, even if you remove the lyrics, Bury the Light is a very well composed song.
俺が守るよ。
燃やし尽くして運命よ水面に映るのです運命よここに日の描写
Why is it not hitting me?
ちょっとしたトリックさ。
I mean, he is hitting me, but that's not what I meant.
毛出し参上。
I just realized the Japanese is just saying it's showtime. The fuck? Absolute Linny. This is such a Linny thing. I have to use Bennett here. I can feel the 0 damage. Linny damage where? That did not trigger vape. And I got interrupted again. Can I get burst on this Bennett, please? I hate this character so much. Guess you don't play child support for over 2 decades to get a peak BGM like this? Wait, I need a context for that. I need the context for that. What do you mean? What? Be serious. Oh, you mean Virgil. I thought you mean Casey Edwards. I was like, what? I thought you meant Casey Edwards, and I was like worried for a second. I was like, wait, what? He didn't pay child support? I thought you meant Virgil. I thought you meant Casey Edwards. I was like, wait, Casey Edwards didn't pay for child support? Hold up. I was like, I was genuinely concerned for a second. Oh, you meant the Maxor video, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean you meant the actual core. So I was like concerned. I was like, wait, what? Casey Edwards didn't pay. I was like, hold up. I was genuinely concerned for a second, man. Fucking hell, bro.
準備万端出発しましょう
Alright, let's use some Awaka here. Oh, oh my god. I was like, wait. Casey didn't pay child support for 2 years? For Casey didn't pay child support to eventually make Bury the Light? Wait, what? My god. Okay, hold on. Alright. Let me throw away a bunch of random characters. Yeah, that got a laugh out of me. That definitely got a laugh out of me. Alright. Let's do this. Best part, true and real.
火に気をつけろ俺が守るよ
見てミュージック
太陽の炎
What happened? Guys, where did you go? Where did he go? Oh! Oh! Ah! That's bad. Oh. You know we Gamba around here. Oh shit, we win. Oh, we Gamba again? We Gamba again. Okay, we lost the Gamba this time around. We Gamba! We go again! Okay, does it stop there? We go! Oh my god! We go again! Yo, I've never seen 4 rare mystery cash in a row. Oh my god. That was the first time. I think that's the first time in all of history I've seen 4 rare mystery cash in a row. Jesus. Virgil is too strong. He cannot be contained.
ソーランの遺骨じっとして運命よここにいでよ
雨描きがたしこの線はわかるか
Go Seiju in vape.
今すぐ宇宙車ね
I didn't do anything.
海のちぎりよはっふったーやご助力を
ありうる
これが運命です運命の
Let me vape. Let me vape. Ah yes. The you will not believe your eyes song. My favorite.
動くべきだ
ソーランの遺骨
答えを入手した
運命のスイッチ
Where you go? Stop teleporting. Where's my abilities? There you go.
あれ狂いなさいはっそれふっ行きます
ありうる
It's actually doable. It's actually doable. I like the music video where quality is fucking 240p, yeah. I know. Doesn't lightning bugs. Bum 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 bururum.
ご安心を運命の共栄これが運命です
Gotta be serious. Why are you auto targeting the fucking game's auto targeting? I swear to God. Valkyrie monster, surely, right? I hate auto targeting this game so much. Like Hoyo, please. This is why I'm not in their creator program. They can't even fix their auto targeting.
のです運命には
Give.
ません
But serious.
この剣はわかるかい雨描きが
They can't even fix their auto targeting. How am I supposed to not? Please, Hoyo, fix your auto targeting. For fuck's sake, man.
ご安心を
Pingchu is our front loader right now. You know what? We'll just do the start. We could actually get 10 stars, but it's fine. Malwika's gonna clear the last one anyways. Alright. Can we Gamba? No. Okay. Alright, there you go. 9 Stellas. Was the Xingqiu on Saxford? If the Xingqiu was on Saxford, then it might have been quite doable. Such. Data yeah, time, yeah. 1 hour. Yeah, we can wait 1 hour. 1 hour plus. Alright. Alright, how much are we doing? Just casual 1.5 million, guys. Just casual 1.5 million. Wait, this song? I just listened to this like yesterday. No, not on stream, but off stream. There you go. 9 Stellas. Better than nothing. We got the maximum reward, so it should be good. Is that the first visionary? Oh my god, that's actually the first visionary. That's insane. Oh, actually, no, that's the second visionary. I just pasted the wrong thing. 1.8 million. Casual 1.8 million. Bennett in the title. Lamau, yeah. I'll change the title once I swap. Well, there you go. There you have it. Oh, my chest is still a bit sore. Lauren Bennett. Oh yeah, right. Her name's Lauren Bennett. Oh my god, we also have Bennett here too. That's funny. Can you clear endgame without pulling? Clear, maybe. Max stars, no. Like if you don't pull, you don't get Noel. You only have the starting 7, including and then plus Traveler, including Traveler. But you also have to be playing the game long enough to get all the free characters that are given, right? So you'll probably end up with a lot of leeway characters, Hirara, Random Farzan, and all that stuff. If you don't pull, that means you have no 5-star weapon. Yeah, you can clear. But that means the only thing you're doing is triple crowning or triple nining every character you have and spending the rest of your life slaving away in the artifact domain. So there's that. You wouldn't have enough characters for theater? Yeah, you still have enough characters for theater. Just not the highest difficulty. Thank you, no worries. Because I'm not gonna claim the rewards because you said it's your emergency fund, so you can claim it on your own time. Like you see this one, right? We go here. I mean, you can play it this one, easy mode at the minimum. Then you can go higher to maybe normal or hard. But obviously, visionary you will have to pull for characters. There is no choice for that. Oh no, I'm not doing that today. Fuck shit. I'm doing that next week. I'm not doing that. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. I'll AFK, so BRB. I was muted. Okay. With that said, I think for the Genshin Frogs, we have 1 more hour to the Twitch stream. I'll be playing something else. So at least for the YouTube Frogs, that's it for Genshin. And for that theater, no, I have, I have enough. I've had enough Genshin for the week. I'm gonna have to I have to go play Genshin for the next 3 to 4 days. So I'm gonna leave that for like the very last minute. Screw that. And then with that said, YouTube Frogs and Genshin Frogs, I'll see you guys next time. Twitch Frogs, stick around for a little bit more. Alright, see you YouTube Frogs. Peace.